All right, guys, welcome in to the first game of the night with the pro lobbies. We got some great teams coming up for you. My name is Draconis, and joined in with me today is Go Get It, and a newcomer in goes by Khan in the casting. But how do you pronounce your in-game name? Is it Khan or is it something else?
Noah.
It's Noah. All right, so if you've ever played with Noah before, he will be co-casting for us the first game of the night. All right, looking at teams coming up, we got Cashiar and Cyrus rolling together. We got Fred and Sofa rolling together as a team. We got Collier Fox, also known as Water Demon, and Ambi on a team. And then GG Man and Starduck coming into the game right now for game one of the night.
What's up, Drac?
Hey, how you been?
How you been, dude? I know, it's been a week. This is crazy.
Yeah, I was in Vegas last week. It was great.
Oh.
Except
Killing
for
me.
the whole losing money part. The craps was not.
Oh, no!
It was not favorable to me. I was in that rotation where the puck would go on, you load up the table, and the very next number was 7. You know, and
Oh, you just crap out, dude.
yeah, it was bad.
Let's switch to the skill game, roulette.
Yep. All right. So calling out team member positions here. Top left, we got Sofa and Fred in that team position. In top right, we're going to be seeing Water Demon and Ambi. So that's a Fred versus Water Demon lane there. That should be fun to watch. Bottom right, we got Starduck and GG Man, and then bottom left, we got the pro team here. We got Cashiar and Cyrus the Virus spawning bottom left.
Who do you guys think is going to win?
I'm kind of rooting for Cash and Cyrus, only in the sense that it looks like we got a pause here.
We got a pause.
What he calls a pause?
Oh no, we had some people
Okay,
drop
that's
out.
no good. Poses an interesting question. At this point in the game, do you just restart the game?
Yeah,
I think the answer is kind of yes. Yeah. What are the scores? Is anybody even 110 for cast, basically 0 for everybody else? So I would be in favor of starting the game, but it's certainly going to be more up to the players. What's funny is this is obviously a meme, basically,
Dude, this
but there is
happened to me earlier today, and it sucks.
sometimes you sit at McDonald's and try and steal the Wi-Fi, bro.
All right, guys, and I do apologize about
Yeah, definitely
that.
a remake.
We are going to be remaking. We will be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. guys, welcome back to the redo for Game 1 of the night there with that drop. Apologize. My name is Riconis, and joining with me are the exact same people. We got Noah, we got Go Get It, and then in observer mode we got Silver. So just to call out teams again, we got top left Starduck and Fred, top right Cyrus the Virus and Relentless, bottom right Cashiar and Water Demon, and bottom left Ambi and GG Man. I always try to say his name and I mess it up real bad, so I have to keep it as Ambi. Well, hopefully,
last game was crazy. Is everybody decided not to use their nuke? I guess everybody's learning from Fred.
Yeah,
a little bit of Fred humor. Okay, all right.
All right. So yeah, a little bit different matchup here. So we got what, Starduck versus Ambi there. That's going to be a fun line to watch there. We got GG Man and Water Demon. Whew, that's a tough one to go for your first Pro League game right there. GG Man is he's a tough player to go against.
Why is that extra stop?
Who is Water Demon?
Water Demon is a Collier Fox. He's been around for a while.
Okay.
Plays rather well, but this will be his debut into the Pro League, so let's see how it goes. And Noah, I'm sorry, what were you calling out?
Black was not attacking like whatsoever in the beginning.
Oh, yes. So Ambi was telling me about a strategy he's working on. And the strategy is a little bit human psychology where he won't push even if he's maxed, because he's trying to make his lane become impatient and make a mistake. Whether that go on his side.
He just sniped an SUV with like 3 units.
Yep.
Really appreciate where Ambi's SCV is. This is a small thing for me as always, but Ambi was the only person with his SCV out on the map. Not that you're going to gain much. Your army's going to go kind of start the game early game, but everybody else SCV kind of chilling at the home. Ambi was kind of potentially having the option if it presented itself to nuke, so I appreciate that. It's just a small thing, assuming that's the direction you wanted to go.
And one thing you definitely have to appreciate with Ambi is his unit splitting game. He's probably one of the best at it. He's been really focusing on it. You're going to see what I kind of call those SCV hit squads that pair off from his main group a lot. You'll see that a lot, Noah. And if you're watching the stream and you wanna try to really work on your early game, Ambi is probably the best player to look at because his early game is what a lot of people say is one of the strongest of the players out there right now.
Actually, I'm stunned if you think about how many people are in Pro League. You think of how much talent there is in Pro League. And then if you think about the general consensus on Micro, like when I think of Micro, I think of Trigger being very good. I think of Zito's, like his quick steps when he like 1As and it's like he's basically dancing with the keyboard. It looks crazy. Nobody plays like Ambi. Like nobody. It's so unique if you think about all the talent that there is in this league. The only person who micros like him is him. Like he's the only one who can do it, so it's really enjoyable to watch.
Look at those heavy upgrades. 3, 2, 2, 4, 6.
Yep, pretty good. I thought it was very interesting. He chose to nuke Water Demon and all that, so that was a little bit cross nuke. I wonder if that was part of the strategy. It's not like GG Man needs that extra nuke carrier or whatnot, but it didn't look like he was in trouble too, but he chose to nuke his partner's lane there. Usually that's a no-no when it comes to the zone control, you know, invisible rules, but let's see if it hurts him or not. I guess we'll know if GG Man, yeah, he's near the bottom of the leaderboard now.
And just a quick on that split off.
I understand why he does the SCV out now. It's because he wants to know if he's going in to like for his.
If you move your SCV with your army, it does give you a bit more information. There's no doubt.
Yeah, for scouting and like sight.
All right, Nuke there coming down from Starduck onto Ambi, and that's the unfortunate thing. When you nuke your opponent's lane, that and the fact that GG Man is now at the bottom of the scoreboard because he had no feed, so to speak, for a while there. Look at the hit squad coming up just to farm SCV kills while he's remaxing. He gets one SCV. Is he going to get a second?
So good.
He's got a second.
That's so good.
And you almost got a third.
20 worth of cost of units to pick up 70.
Wait, who are you guys talking about? Oh, it's
with no
units.
Left.
You missed it. You missed it forever.
If you notice, Ambi setting off his little hit squad.
3 that time. I don't know. That's more of a scout. If he gets 1, he'll be lucky. And it looks like he will. He's
gonna get it.
1 SCV.
Oh my gosh. Starduck is good too. Starduck is a good player, so to get that is
He might get another one.
even more incredible. If this one unit, I swear to God. Okay, I was like, no, and Fred's good too. I was like, please don't let it happen. But if that doesn't show you, like, he got nuked and picked up a good, basically 120 while sacking like 4 units.
All right.
Dude, that's pretty
like, very, very good play.
In the 3-man squad.
So look at
And
this,
again,
going
as
for a
always,
score check.
Fred's nerf.
We got Cyrus the Virus at 1,200 points, spotting this early bunker from Starduck. I'm guessing Starduck got funded for that. That's not good news. Cyrus spotting it that early. So far, it looks like he hasn't pinged over Relentless to come help him. And Starduck does have a decisive advantage right now over Ambi, so it actually looks like that this early bunker is going to pull off.
Split.
So
Ambi with a
in
really great
rankings
split.
like this, you guys do not build early expansion. Because whenever I played like C in pub lobbies, you always expand as fast as possible. Like you get like 2-2-2-2 and then
What the game gives you. It's relative to your lane. It's relative. And you have to think in the background. They're talking, so it's the 2 teammates. They're usually not going to be able to like audio talk to one another in a game. Everybody here is in Discord, and it's effectively required that they have a mic. So you're going to have a little bit more communication. More often than not, Fred probably dunked a little bit of money to Starduck, allowing him to expand. Given he was behind Ambi, Ambi has done a very good job early on.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. When Starduck dropped that bunker, he was at 970 points. He had to get some funding from Fred there. A couple hundred. I don't even think a straight 100 would have done it.
Bunker from Cash in a tank spot.
Cyrus with the counter nuke there just to get his bunker off in time. And another nuke coming down there against Cassiar. And it looks like Relentless is going to bunk right after that. We got Jay Marion in here saying Puck has the best micro in zone control by far. I'll give him that. Puck has amazing micro. Well, he's a pro player. He should. But I don't know. When it comes to the context of zone control, like Go Get It said, I think Ambi's playstyle is really unique. You know,
so unique.
Matched with that micro, yeah.
Sniped another SCV with 3 units. He's just, I was just saying, the bunker got filled and he's microing somewhere else, but he could have sniped this one as well.
And this is going to be real tough now for Ambi and GG, man. Bottom left, they're some of the last ones to get this bunker down. Thankfully, Relentless is busy getting ganked over here from bottom right, but they have no nukes and both building at the same time. That's scary if you're in that position.
Cass still has his nuke. Oh, I'm not gonna look. Oh, let's see. Fred still has his. Surprising. I think that's the only 2 players that end up with a nuke here, and we're only 11 minutes in, so that is a lot of early nukes. 6 early nukes coming down.
So it's diagonal.
Yeah, I don't think Relentless is going to hold this. Cyrus retreats back to his bunker right now, but it looks like Starduck is coming back now. That's good.
Ambi microing hard. His SCV is chilling by his bunker and has been for about 10 seconds here. Oh, it actually could have finished. Fred's going to snipe this. That could have finished if he wasn't microing. If he clicked the 3 killing and then right-clicked the bunker. He may still get it down, but it definitely should be down currently if he had a little more APM available. It's going to be a close spot whether he keeps this up or not.
Nuke comes down for
Bunk
Cash,
is
and
dead
they
in the
let
top
him
right.
finish the bunker, and they nuke it right
Oh
away.
my
There's a
goodness.
turret down from Cyrus. It is really, really low. It's down past 10,000.
Oh, bunker up
I
there.
don't think they're gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it.
Snipe the SCV? Yep.
There is no bunker upgrades going down from Relentless, so that was probably best case. He didn't dump any money into bunker upgrades, which is scary, but it does pay off for him because he got some great feed off of that engagement.
It was a well-coordinated nuke. I mean, if you're going to get it down to like a 2k health bunker, not too unreasonable. Could have gone either way. Also, Ambi ended up canceling his.
One moment.
Cyrus pauses the game here for a second.
Yep.
Agree. Something else happened? Did Cyrus just pull a Sofa King and have his graphics card explode?
Okay. You want me to leave and rejoin real quick? Oh, I'm talking in StarCraft. Did this help?
You can the top right corner for anybody's
Hey, can you
playing.
hear
You can
me
mute
now?
him in top right corner.
I'm trying to see if you can hear me now. Hello?
Here, you're in Discord, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I think they just heard you in the game, which is it's actually really nice of Cyrus because he could have definitely got information if he called something out while he's playing.
For sure.
So I was talking in StarCraft, and I did not know.
Yep. Good to know if you're on any other casts. That's good to know too, because I didn't even see anything come up on our HUD screen here that you were doing that. I mean, I wasn't really
Like,
looking
it
for
wasn't
it, but I
showing
didn't
me
see
either.
it.
We're setting records for pauses tonight.
No
If something's
kidding.
going
I
on.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost after dark time. I need my glass of whiskey right now. So.
Somebody give me a shot right now, please.
What's happening?
We're
We needed a pause. Cyrus needed a pause. Sofa King's computer exploded.
Yeah,
Good game.
it's a very, very interesting thing. So if you're one of the 10 people on our stream, do apologize about that. We will get rolling, and I can almost guarantee you there is never this many pauses here.
There's only been 2.
It is 2 more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get like 0?
Yep,
Just want to keep the game flowing
like
forward.
99% of the time, I would say.
What was the premise? Amy's not pausing without a premise. I just don't think he talked about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
I'm sure if he
imagine
did.
something happened, so.
In the meantime, Cyrus out in front, Cass right behind him, Starduck who got fed, pretty close to Ambi, 2300, 2000, Relentless right there. Right at 2K. Fred basically 2K. Water Demon, bringing up the real brother, 1890 right now.
That 54321 thing must be very like nervous and intense.
Hmm.
I'd be very nervous. Because like you would have to get that micro just in time.
For sure.
So I see
Alright.
that everyone has Reapers except for yellow and brown, so diagonal. So bottom left and top right both have double Reapers in the same exact spot, and then bottom right and then top left both have the same exact thing, but like opposite, vice versa.
Yeah,
Do you guys know why?
I would say,
Is it like the way they play, or is it for a special reason?
no, I
I
mean,
know
generally
that
people
Reapers-
open up either, Reapers or Marines first. The only one that's a little odd is Cashiar, building in the tank spot. Otherwise, it looks to be all about standard. We got Fred going his standard Marine build. We got Ambi finally getting his bunker 15 minutes into the game. Congratulations, Ambi. But other than that, the only one I see that's a little odd is Cashiar. Water Demon, I don't know how he plays, but it looks like he's a Marine heavy builder, so we'll probably see him getting stim next.
Amidextrus did put his bunker on the right side, so he will not be having the shield tower on the right. He'll be having the shield tower on the left.
Oh, I get
Or
what you're
bottom.
saying now. And yes, I think that was done purposely. That way you can insulate the shield tower from anyone coming diagonal on him.
Okay.
Getting the bunker hammered, especially early game, isn't the scariest thing. Having the shield tower in a defensive position, which is probably what he was thinking forward in the future, is optimal, especially if you're behind and you're gonna just naturally have to play defense.
And
Yeah.
Fix, you do put your tanks in front of your bunker. Is he trying to get like extra tank space? Or
Depends.
is that just
That's thinking way in the future. Some of the, I would argue, wow, God, how many long games have we had in Pro League that don't have tanks? That's actually a really good question. So I would argue there's a lot of the time you are probably needing to think about tanks early game.
That's why I'm real surprised with Cash building here. I mean, that's going to probably come back and haunt them later on. I don't remember him getting a lot of pressure when he was building. They were doing the pressuring. I'd have to go back and look. All those pauses, I probably missed it. I apologize, Ricochet, in advance. So,
I would have been bad if you misclicked.
all right, so score check. We got Cash IR still sitting in first place, so 5,100 points. Cyrus in second place, 4,800 points. Third place, GG Man, 3,600 points. So interesting. GG Man made some big gains there off Water Demon, sitting now 700 points above Water Demon. And look, they're not even really trading with each other. GG Man's getting all his points from the middle. Water Demon needs to get in there.
It is in a unique spot, both being not at the top of the scoreboard, and then also having dumped into his teammate early.
Wait, how do you get the scoreboard? I can't figure out how to find the
You
scoreboard.
need to
You
select.
click
on the player,
one of their names.
press
Yep.
V. Click on a player and press V.
Bring it up on the right for you.
Oh,
There you go.
Epiphany is real.
okay. So Kaiser is at the top and then Cyrus the Fire.
Right.
Alright, a lot of action going on towards the middle right now. We got Cash still shooting up 6,400 points now. Second place being Cyrus at 5,900 and GG Man at 4,400.
I know everybody's gonna love this. If you look at the middle of the mini map, I'm telling you right now, that shit looks like a bunch of Skittles. Like all the different colors. I want Skittles so bad. It's red Skittles, by the way, are the bomb. Purple one's probably second. But it's odd to have everybody being jammed in the middle. You usually see parallel attacks or like up and down attacks, which I suppose parallel, lol, perpendicular parallel attacks. But also Ambi has placed that shield tower in a place that makes me think he is going Marauders. But he'll do stuff like Puck will place random shield towers and sentry towers in the middle to draw people to the middle intentionally and try and take fights that maybe otherwise they wouldn't take. Potentially some of their logic lies there, but that makes me think Ambi is setting up for something like game as far as Marauders.
It's interesting to see what GG Man's going to choose. He's banked now about $1,100. He drops a sensor tower. It looks like maybe GG Man is going to probably take that Rauder instead. Oh, whoa, look at this. Shield tower going up in the middle. I don't think they're planning to take mid at all. I think they're just trying to bait the engagements. Still, GG Man just sitting on 1,200.
Game?
We'll see towers get built. Very rarely will we see someone go mid this early in the game. I don't think we'll see someone go mid. But how Cashiar just called it out right now, I think that's what GG Man and Ambi wanted. They just want speed, and they have the advantage with that shield tower there. I mean, it's only
it's just wanting to take fights that they normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG Man's still floating $1,000. I don't understand that. We got Relentless still sitting on $1,400. Spend your money, guys. And Relentless does. He goes to drop, electing for a third Marine bunker.
No, $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. It's actually time value of money is the real thing. I promise.
I think GG Man does want the Rauders, and they're kind of just testing to see how much they can hold right now. That's my guess.
So Cyrus just drops a Marine bunker.
You're right.
Putting a ton of pressure on Relentless.
Choice. And Cash IR putting some pressure here on Relentless.
Oh.
They gotta cancel the top right.
Yep, he instantly gave it up. And here's Ambi with the Marauder bunker.
All right, and it looks like GG Man does go for the Marines.
I have to call myself Miss Cleo.
You are today's Miss Cleo.
Come on, that was the Miss Cleo moment of zone control. There's always been one. Feels like that's definitely the spot.
And that shield tower, it's still in there. It's still hanging like a champ.
And that worked in. Look at that thing. And he has no bunk upgrade, so it hasn't even been attacked. It's just been chilling.
One thing I like about Ambi is the fact is that he can do things like with the snipes he was doing earlier that not many other players would do. Like attacks and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I hate to say it this way, but he definitely thinks outside the box. I mean, it's such a played out scene, but he really does. He plays such a unique style. It's very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, he loves the meta part of the game. We were testing something out like, how can you more effectively get up your first bunker? Because in pro games, that's a real concern. If you get canceled, it's like game over. So he's coming up with things like hedging the bet, like, hey, can we use a turret somehow? where we can, use that to mitigate, and what's the best way without, baiting the nuke off or whatnot. A very interesting play. If we see it in the game, I will call it out. I will call it out immediately. But other than that, I don't want to give away his tactic
Ambush
trade.
is attacking everybody. He was attacking bottom right and diagonal.
And he's got his Ros bunker up without any contesting.
Looks like Kashyar is getting a forward, I'm guessing what is a shield tower, him building up in the corner like that. He just wants that extra centimeter so he can push on GG Man here. But I don't know. I think Kashyar should stick to what he's doing best. He's getting a lot of good feed there off of Relentless. Why push in the middle into Amy's territory? Or I should say GG Man's territory.
It might be because of the rods that have been put down, but nobody's caught it out yet.
That is, I can't believe nobody's actually said anything about the Marauders. That's a good point.
In the chat, Jay Marin thinks that top left is going to win.
Who said that?
Jay Marin, he's calling out that Fred has his nuke still. Well, Jay Marin, this is probably your first zone control match. That is not surprising at all. Fred is known for holding his nuke so much, in fact, that we play a game in the stream chat. And that game is Guess the Minute Marker Fred will actually nuke at. So, Otacon, I think, is the only one that was able to guess it once. It was a 43-minute mark, if I remember correctly. But
like dead on, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yes, it
dead
was.
on. So, would love to hear when you guys think Fred will actually drop his nuke. If you think it's to save a bunker, you're probably wrong.
Definitely wrong.
Yes, because he's had it so many times where he's had tanks and being hit by like 2 or 3 people, and we're like, Fred, nuke, nuke, and he just doesn't.
Oh yeah,
He just seems to get away, and he just seems to get away with it.
Roz always says that the nuke is only as valuable as you make it.
Yep, and Fred is a very big believer to use nukes for other things, especially late game answers to tank pushes. So it's amazing to see what other people, how people respond to the tanks. Like Fred holds on to his nuke fort. Trigger and them will build tanks, keep them in the back, and then push up for a tank snipe. All right, looks like we got Rotter bunker coming down from Water Demon on the bottom right here. No one's called it out yet. Cash trying to keep everyone out of middle, and as I said, that there's a call out
right
from
on
GG
cue.
Man.
There's the call.
So Green also is building another marine bunker.
He's trying to go for that. Cyrus is trying to go for that marine bunker from earlier that he tried to put down, which got cancelled.
Oh
Actually, I think it's in good shape because Fred's so far behind. Actually, normally you wouldn't want to expand that close to somebody, and a startup comes over and attempt to cancel this thing. But if he can actually get that up, it puts him on equal number of bunkers as top left entirely. Like if he goes to 4, they're going to 4, and he can expand towards them, given he'll have a little bit more refeed. Plus, he'll have it as his teammates if they back him up. So, in this spot, it's actually not as bad as I would traditionally think it would be.
Definitely going to have to
Especially
force
Cyrus
Fred to
sitting
go for Rotter bunker right after that.
Yeah.
Especially
When do you
with
think
Cyrus
the
sitting on
major turning point ends? When someone like you can start guessing where they're gonna win? Because right now, you can't really guess who's gonna win because there's a lot left in the game. But when do you think you can tell when it's over?
Not until the very end, usually. Usually you can guess when people are going to die rather than win. So, or at least in my
It's
experience
you
here.
can't really guess who's gonna win. You could say oh my goodness, someone at the bottom of the score is gonna lose, but he could turn it around.
Like, I think bottom right is getting ready for a world of pain here. Cash is getting a sizable lead.
Yep.
But Water Demon is still pretty far on the scoreboard. I think we're going to see a 4v2 come on them soon, and I don't know if Waterman will be able to hold GG Man right now.
There it is. Gotcha.
Cass is going to have to do what Cyrus has to do and attempt to manage success. It feels like every other game Cyrus is way out in first, and then 62 happens, and you just couldn't put in a bad spot. Cass is, it seems, is going to be in one of those types of spots where he has 16. He has 16 range already. The next closest is like 13. Not off 13, so he's way up in terms of upgrades, particularly range, compared to the rest of the field.
And if you check with Cyrus's upgrade, he's on 6, 16, 8,
Look at his
9,
power
7.
push here on GG Man. If there was anything to really solidify the 4v2 coming after this, let's hope they get that bunker, or that is going to be a very bad counterattack for him. It is
It's gonna
so
be real close. That's real close. Oh,
I got it.
And it does
Well
go
done.
down. GG Man bumping in 7 armor and 4 regen into that bunker and losing it anyways. That's always rough when that happens.
this should be a spot where where bottom right gets called out for losing that bunker. Well, top bottom left gets called out for losing the bunker to bottom right. Also, I wonder what Cass is going to do. He had 1,500. I think he just spent it. I assume on. Yeah, he just wasted it. Well, not wasted. He moved it all into upgrades. He's going to have a pretty formidable army. Although I think if I'm bottom right, I start thinking about getting a tank and then hiding it, just because it feels inevitable in pro games. You're going to get tanked and then like 62'd. So getting a little bit ahead of that might be something to give some thought to.
Because of Cash taking a tank spot, where do you put the tanks?
That's more reason why they got to get it early, because once
Yeah,
the
you gotta get it
4v2
now.
happens, their window is over. So like he can
For
build
sure.
it there. If he can hold, he can build it here, but it'll get called out either way, and that might, I don't know. Do you build a tank in fear that it might call out the 4v2 anyway, or do you keep going with it? Look at this. Cash is just.
I can just do this. This is actually dead.
Wow.
And here comes in Water Demon.
Dead.
They're coming for the snipe. I don't think they were really
They're gonna get
watching
it.
that there. That bunker should not have been sniped like that.
Map awareness.
And that puts GG Man on 1 bunker.
Yeah, a little bit late response there from Ambi, and I'm wondering if there was any pings going on, or maybe GG Man thought he had it there until Water Demon came in or whatnot, but that seemed like a really late response.
But
He has been set back a lot, but he does have an extra 1,000, so probably planning to remake it very soon.
If you're top left or top right and you look at the score, you think GG Man's doing great, given you don't have complete information, you think he's just built like normal. He's way behind. I don't care that his score is second. He's actually probably closer to last, given he lost 2 bunkers. His production right now is literally 1 bunk, and his total supply is 50 until his other bunker goes up. He's in certainly a horrible spot. I would actually argue Water Demon's ahead. And he's not ahead of upgrades, but he has better infrastructure.
Yeah,
We got a ping going down for Cashiar on that middle square. I think we are going to see probably a tank come from him. I don't know. Why else would you ping the square other than say, like, I want to take this, maybe? Or I'm
Well,
going
he's
to
got the
supply
SCV
here?
there ready.
Been up. Yeah, he has 1,400, now he has 1,500. Oh, he's going to build a bunker.
Interesting choice. I actually thought it was going to be a tank for sure.
Same
So
here.
they
Moves them
killed the
out of
sensor
being able to
tower.
build a tank.
The last known thing, they didn't know that the bunker was there, so they don't have the sight on it. So they'll be like, oh, there's nothing there, but when they killed that sensor tower, they built it right after they killed the sensor tower. So they don't know it's there. And when he rebuilds it, he'll see that something is there being built, and so he'll be like, something's there.
Looks like Fred's finally going for his rotters. Nuke intel and ready. By the way, we got an update. The stream is saying that, or Sofa is saying it's going to be an hour and 7 minutes. So 67 minutes into the game is where Fred will use his nuke. And Otacon is calling out 57 minutes. Just shows what kind of reputation that Fred.
For sure.
I'll actually go ahead and screw myself. I'll take the under on both. The logic being he won't be in the game at either one of those times. Not because he's bad, but because he's in a bad spot. He's in last currently. Top left's going to face a lot of pressure. But yeah, obviously anything over an hour is not unreasonable.
Look at GG Man. He's in danger of losing this bunker again. I think he will be able to save this one because Water Demon is not in position there. But no, he does lose it anyway. Oh my gosh, that is huge.
That's harsh. That is massive.
Well, the info comes out. This might be too late. This might be the old Trigger steamroll. Everybody finds out way too late. Trigger says nothing, and then just is so far ahead he steamrolls everybody.
All right. So let's see if Cash's building bunker here is going to come back and haunt them, because it looks like they are about to get 4v2'd.
Calling this right now, if Cass wins this game will be known as the Australian steamroll. I guarantee he likes that shit too.
I just realized that everyone always mercs their Marines. I don't see a single unmerked Marine in here.
This point of the game is definitely plus EV to do so. Also, this is just killing me. There's 300 in minerals, and finally Ambi gets it. But there were 300 minerals right behind his main bunk, and it's been there for a while. Yeah, it's been there for a while.
I wonder if he got it and then transferred it to GG Man, seeing how the dude just lost like $3 grand and stuff.
Help brother
or if
out.
he just snaked that stuff right there. Oh, here it comes.
And
Ambi
at the
pulling
moment,
back.
Everybody's still sitting on one SCV. And the call out for all versus bot right. So it's looking like Cash and Water Demon might be getting the 6v2.
Without a doubt. The question is, can they hold? This is a great position because you can farm up here. The only problem is tanks. So far, I see no one building tanks, though. That's in their
No,
favor.
That is true, yeah.
Pretty sure top left is up in for position and top right. Like everyone but bottom right is up in for position to build a tank, but bottom right. So
Sasha
they're
just
sort of
drops,
like-
drops down for an SCV. Sitting
and
on
there's
two
some
right now.
payback. They got the bunker bottom right.
Not good. I'm surprised Water Demon was not able to hold that with all the losses that GG Man had already taken. GG Man's hitting at 14-13 on upgrades and Water Demon on 18-18.
Everybody should ignore Cass's comment saying that Brown is dead. Everybody should just ignore. It's correct for him to do so, and it's basically true, but if I'm playing this game, you have the information that you have, you just ignore it. Cass is too far out ahead. He needs to be whittled down, assuming you're not Cass, of course.
For sure.
Cyrus have a tank, or is it a meme?
It's a meme.
Oh, I love it, dude.
You just have to throw as much bluff out there, so
Wants to
hopefully
scout.
they take one of them. So Brown is not throwing any turrets, like whatsoever. But Kaiser, on the other hand, has like 50.
Yeah, Brown is sitting
He is
on
sitting on
3,000
3 grand.
minerals. What is he doing?
I actually think this is correct. I think this is the right spot. This is the trigger standard where they're going to get whittled down. Especially Cass, who has 2 SCVs. You just lose a couple of bunks. Everybody else will realize, okay, they're dead. I mean, we'll just let them chill. And then you rebuild
And then you
really, really
rebuild
fast.
everything, Yep.
And
Yes.
he's just dropped down another SCV, so he's sitting on 3 right now.
But to be honest, bottom left has every incentive to wipe Water Demon out of the game right now, and no one else will
That
care.
is the main problem. Yep, that is the main. If he loses, of course, he's in a horrible spot. But if he can hold with 4K in the bank, you can rebuild almost instantaneously.
All right, guys, make me
Kaiser
proud.
has
Don't
2,000,
switch.
Brown has 4,000. So that's about 6,000, which means like 5.5 bunkers.
And here comes for a bunker snipe.
Anyone see any tanks on the field? Yep, we got GG Man that just started a tank right now. And that will be...
Orange has also used all his money. Like, a
There
few
is-
seconds ago.
Cass has this bunker that's burning. He has 3 SCVs. Okay, now they finally start repairing. I was wondering who they were.
And he is hurting because of this push.
Oh, look, looks like Diagonal switched off a little bit here. Zambi just saying, I need to scout.
Scout, bro. That's with double the second place score, which is his teammate anyway.
Mhm.
Way out in front.
Dude, that's a lot of bluff right there.
This is so cool. He's microing against the 4v2, calling out BS in this game. How smooth is that? He's making stuff up while playing a game that he has to micro while he's getting 62. That's incredible.
So look at his upgrades. He has 20,
Yeah.
14, or 20, 20, 20, 14.
Yeah, I guess you don't
Yeah.
need speed that high if you're just fighting right next to your bunker, huh? So
Cash finds has a lot of incentive for defense, attack, and range.
My
more
God.
than regen and speed.
Water Demon does good. He calls out the tank right away. It looks like top left is a little undecided of what to do. They're sitting here. Are they going to make the switch? I think they should wait at least get Cash to lose a bunker or so. But man, with all those SCVs repairing, that is slow going. They are choosing to move in. They're all moving in on this bunker.
With Starduck dropping Rodder Bunk.
That bunker is going to hold. Cash is just a tank. And whoa, Cyrus has one of his own. How did we miss that?
I do not know.
He was building it around like 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. He had it sitting there for like 10 seconds.
Do they kill bottom right? I'm not saying should they, I'm asking do they?
They have a tank.
I think they have to because Cash has got 3 SCVs. And right now he's sitting on 4K.
If bottom right dies, the game is kind of wide open. I think bottom left would be in the worst spot, assuming bottom right dies, but not for top left being like having worse location. But this is, if they die, this actually becomes a very interesting game.
They're trying to make it where like they
Snipe
think
it.
that it's all over for them. They're gonna back off for a little bit. Maybe no, probably not.
This is definitely going to lose at least one more bunk to this tank by Cyrus, and then after that it'll start to normalize, assuming everybody realizes that they're effectively dead, but not for trying to kill them off.
Yeah, 6,000. Never mind, 3,000.
Another SCV.
But if Cyrus keeps to his ethos, you kill them until they're dead.
Cyrus building a Rauder bunker, the top left can see that they are not even thinking of attacking. They're not even trying to slow it down by sniping the SCV. They are
they're
cutting them
down
off.
his
but
momentum. That's a little bit of a weird choice. Let's
they
attack
know
into
that's
a
there.
shield tower.
Cyrus moves the tank into a defensive position here. This Rauder's probably getting down, which is kind of blowing my mind. Just to be able to snipe the SCV at least delays it. There we go, finally. And it gets down right as the SCV gets sniped. Man.
Nice.
And, kind of the way the decision trees work in this game, how it runs down if those things play a role in top right winning.
Look at that.
The
They're all
infamous
attacking
we need to feed during the 6v2. But to be fair, Diagonal is in the worst position when it comes to this. It is so hard
Yeah.
for them to actually
What are
get
these?
any kind of
Go over and
income.
get anything. Bottom right has more SCVs combined than everybody else in the game does combined.
Yep.
I think Cass has 4 and Water Demon has 2. Well, effectively
And
tying to
Fred is
Rio.
still sitting on his nuke as well.
Oh, they're tanking him.
They have to.
Tough hold for bottom right.
Mm-hmm. Very tough.
We just finished the tank as well. I'm assuming it's going to scoot it on over.
Like Cashiar, 3 tanks on us, and Cyrus corrects them. Well, there's really 5. So.
And to be fair, I don't think bottom right can hold now. Especially with the amount that they've lost.
Top right's upgrades are good enough to be able to not get run over when they send all their units. If it was a different story, if they were like maybe 5 back from their actual upgrades, maybe they can run over their army and kind of be able to take the tank, but too many units, too many upgrades is gonna... Bottom right should either die here or be whittled down so well that they effectively have no chance of winning. They'll probably win.
Would have been really nice if he had a tank, right?
That bunker should have been a tank first, given the way that, well, this is clairvoyant because we saw how the game played, but yeah, definitely should have been a bunker, or I'm sorry, a tank rather than a bunker early on.
Jay Merrigan is saying that top left wins.
Yeah, I think he's looking at how much supply and all they got right there, but the only issue is they're still pretty low on the scoreboard. I mean, I think top right is in a good position. Bottom left ain't in a bad position. It's just GG Man's losses. I think top right's in the best position right now.
Agreed.
Cyrus is on 5 bunkers.
Well, Cyrus did cash a solid there. He cleared out that tank spot for him, you know.
What a nice guy. Yeah, Cass might actually be right. Cyrus might be able to wash the rest of the game, and if he does, I kind of go back to the part where he was able to get that Rauder bunker up for free with literally no, nobody attacking it. So if he's able to do so, that might be the inflection point that gives him the win.
Oh, come on, Yellow! Don't
With
ruin
that
a good
goal.
thing. Cash is almost there. That's his last bunker. He built
Cass bought a
one to the
nuke?
south. He
Yeah,
bought,
Cass
a
bought a
nuke.
nuke.
He bought a
I've got a
nuke.
nuke.
Gotta use it. He has to use it right now. Awesome.
There you go.
But meanwhile, we got GG Man laying in
GG
some
Man
hurt
on the
to
other
him.
side.
GG
This
Man
ball
with a
is
kill.
Dead.
That tank is still targeting him.
Dead. Oh,
And Cash
Wow.
are eliminated from the game from, I guess, a little bit top right and a little bit of bottom left. Diagonals are your allies, guys.
Top
Yeah, good
score
game,
got
Cass.
annihilated. But Walter has a
My
lot of-
Australian steamboat dream is gone.
It was close, though.
We had a chance for a second.
If there is any thing that comes out of Cash's depth, it's the fact that I can keep the scoreboard up full time now. And look at this. He rolls out of the game at 66665. Just needed one more unit kill to be perfect. Lord Fred is dead.
Still sitting on his nuke as well. Crazy.
Right's about to get hammered, and that bunker is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to say Ambi has done a, for at least my observation, has done a very good job of staying patient and staying in this game. He had that bunker
Yeah.
canceled early and was in a uniquely bad spot. If everybody teams top right, bottom right for now is not going to be a factor, but if everybody teams top right, kind of whittles them down, that gives bottom left a good chance. Also, they have a tank, whereas top left does not. A really patient, calm,
Round
put together
all-
play by Ambi. Great infrastructure too, all these sensor towers, or shield towers, I'm sorry. Splash, it does not. Iris think has flash, it does not.
No splash. That's a little scary. Here comes Cyrus in for a snipe, though. He's going to at least pull Fred off of that tank. Fred has his nuke. Is this going to be the minute marker? It's 56 minutes into the game. We got
said
Otacon
57,
saying
no.
57 minutes! You've got to hold out for at least 60 more seconds. You can't nuke yet, Fred, but he will nuke on his last bunker, probably. So, Otacon, the dream is still alive.
We've got Telestray asking how did Cass get so fed?
Nothing particular. I think he won against Relentless and was just doing a lot of good trades in the middle and whatnot.
Played good early and then back to the, I mean, it was a joke, but the Skittle thing where everybody was in the middle and he was taking advantage of those positions.
Yeah,
I know, right? That was funny.
and he went very heavy upgrades in the beginning. He kept on minimal bunkers for most while, built really tight. You know, taking the tank square ultimately probably helped kill him, but
And Water Demon's going to lose a bunker.
yeah, he's calling for help. But the truth is, no one really cares
Ain't
right
coming.
now.
Yep,
I
it ain't
think
coming.
I think he's dead. Use all that real estate.
Out of the game, boys.
Butter,
Dude,
welcome to
I'm
the Zone Control Pro League, dude. Good game.
8,000 to like 10,000 minerals in the game, and they never like really use.
Poor
They're
GG
trying
man.
to go for the cheese.
Poor GG man.
Oh my god, poor GG, yeah,
Immediately
definitely.
rolls right up there and just snipes that rod bunker. And even with those upgrades, it fell just so easy.
Like that.
Twist says the Australian steamrolled. Good shit, dude. I think GG Man has lost the exact same amount of bunks as Cass, but he's still in the game. Right? Same game.
Yes.
Here
Something
comes
both
two
lost
tanks
five.
up from Ambi, coming up in here towards the middle play. They siege up.
He needs Splash if he's going to do this.
Yeah, I don't know why. He does
3K in the
not
bank?
have
Yeah.
that. He's got
He's
the
got more
money
than enough in the
for it.
bank.
Oh man.
He does have the money
He's
for
too
Splash,
busy microing.
He
Yep.
gets it. There he goes. He finally gets it.
He was too busy microing.
but 0 armor.
He has no bunk upgrades? Oh, he has a bunch of health regen, but yeah, 0 armor. 0 armor, or armor not only helps your bunkers, but it also applies to the tanks, so that's something worth considering when you make early game decisions as far as armor goes.
They're going to make this tank push here on bottom right. It looks like now it's going to be Cyrus's turn and Relentless's turn to handle the 4v2 here.
This
Real
is dang-
dangerous. Oh, yeah.
This is dangerous.
Oh no.
There goes
They're going to
one.
lose both.
It's too
Both
far
tanks
forward.
are gone.
They're a little too powerful.
And it looks like Cyrus will lose one bunker for it. fair trade. Or no, Cyrus lost his tank too, right? Cyrus had a tank there.
Behind, but Cyrus did have a tank and a bunk and a little bit of infrastructure that was killed off of that
Yeah.
at the expense of 2 tanks for Ambi.
Now,
Kaiser
I
is
would've-
still ahead of everyone.
I would have thought having those 2 tanks just inside of mid so they couldn't get vision. What do you reckon to that, with possible shield tower?
I think what Ambi was probably going for was sniping either a bunk or maybe some supply. He just ended up getting in a really bad spot and pushing a little bit too far forward. Potentially scouting ahead rather than kind of just going for it would have been a little bit better.
And I think those
And
kind
they
of
did have the
pushes.
concave.
Well, I think those kind of pushes are so different in pro leagues too, because you heard GG Man's response. Hey, you guys weren't going.
Top
They
left
were
tank
going,
war.
but
They're about to nuke. They have a nuke. Fred has a nuke. They have 2 tanks top on left.
Fred
and
can't
then
nuke
one
for
tank.
6 more minutes. That way, Sofa will be right on the money. But you know, when you're tanking like that, you're always counting on the opposite team to keep them a little busy. Cyrus, I think, made the call there to give up a little bit so they could clear those tanks out. You know, lose a little bit so you can save, hopefully, the day. But these 2 tanks from Starduck look pretty scary.
Right under a bunch of pressure right now.
And those tanks of Stardox do have splash with 7 armor.
Here's a question: if top right dies right now, say the bottom left and top left both equally split whatever is left of top right, who do you think is favorite between those 2 teams?
I think bottom left. Because they have
Ah.
more.
It's real close.
I don't know. I think top left. I'll go with top left. Fred's got the nuke.
Mhm.
They got 2 tanks. They haven't, even though they're low score, they haven't really lost anything as far as I can tell, except for maybe 1 bunker from Fred.
Fred lost that bunk. That's about it.
Yeah, Fred's only lost 1 bunker the entire
Well, I
game.
mean, maybe Red because he already has 2 tanks up, and he's building a 3rd one. So that means he has like a tank advantage since he already started building them before him.
Andrew's just about to
I think
finish
there's a
the
good question for the
30
stream chat. If you guys are looking at what you see right now, who are you thinking will win? Top
Who
left,
are you shooting?
if top right gets cleared out, or bottom left.
Ooh,
It's which comes and they pick a
started
pick a bunk. Yep.
swapping. I think GG
And that was
Man needs
close.
to get more bunkers and supply and stuff. He has 3,000.
Here comes the switch.
Side note: we're over an hour, right? So we're capping the game the way it stands at an hour and a half currently.
You're right. Thank you for that.
What do you mean capping the game?
The game will end, as in the time is capped at an hour and a half.
Why do you
Which-
cap it?
We cap it so because you know how those games can go forever, so to speak. Just
Literally.
switch.
Yeah.
So the game will continue after an hour and a half as long as there's only 2 teams remaining.
Wait, so if there's 3 players, then you're saying that it's over?
Yep, correct.
Why do you guys do that? You don't want it to last like 4 hours?
Correct.
Man, this looks so intense. One wrong decision, and then the whole entire game loses.
So looking at the APM tab, everybody's APM is a 400 or 500, which is ultra high. Like the fingers are getting smashed right now. It's a bunch of stuff going on in your head while your hands are trying to be able to paint the picture on the keyboard.
Reckoning that they're going to win in the next 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, me and Roz did a test, and so, like, part of it, like 100 or 200 APM, is the units being spawned. Just,
Really?
yep.
Nice.
It's
So
being
they're only
spawned?
doing like 300 of it.
Saying when the units pop onto the map, that actually counts to the player's APM?
I guess probably because
Pretty
it
sure.
automatically binds it to a key, right? So the game's probably thinking that's an action. That's my guess.
I would have to test that. I'm not sure that's true.
very
think it was
interesting
either in
right
C-
now,
I'm
that
pretty
top
sure
left.
We tested that in CE.
Why
Oh,
is
that's
top
him.
left getting 4v2 right now? Honestly.
No idea.
For the tank that's just chilling, I don't know if he's trying to hide it, or I think it would be a really good spot to be able to move it up where an attempt to snipe Ambi's tank, which, if this continues, will eventually snipe Starduck's leftmost bunker. Okay, now he's moved it forward for defense because he's going to get tank sniped, or Relentless is moving his tanks forward in an attempt to put a little pressure on there.
Otacon
4v2
calling
versus-
out that if top right does end up dying and it's between top and bottom left, he's got his money on bottom left right now. I'm sorry, on top left. Right now, they're working on a little bit of a delay, so you probably heard me say that just as Starduck loses that bunker, and maybe he's rethinking his thoughts here.
Starduck, I really think about repositioning those tanks. I'm saying they're in a horrible spot, but I really like moving one a little bit closer to the in between the two bunkers. Fred just uses nuke.
Nuke
In an hour 8.
An hour 8, just 1 minute off from Sofa. Sofa guessed an hour 7, I think it was. Yep, 1 hour 7 minutes. Sofa, go buy a lottery ticket. That's good enough right there. At least
Pretty
you'll get
dead
5
on.
out of 6 numbers.
At least to pick 3. At least try pick 3.
Looks like Fred could lose the tank here. He unsieges it. I don't know. At that point, you usually just want to keep going. He's going to take off the bunker. They don't go for that tank, but he does lose 1 tank and 1 bunker there. Fred calling out the GG,
Go.
and they're rolling for that tank. They might get it. Yep, it falls to Splash from Startup.
Smash to the flash.
GG top left. They lost, probably.
And Cyrus wants to eliminate Fred here as fast as possible. They know a switch is coming. No, keep on it, keep on it. You're right there.
They've got him.
Bunk left for Fred. GG Man, I think, is doing the correct thing in trying to at least delay top left dying. Man, this is really close between bottom left and top right. I don't know if it's correct to and then go at it, or if it's better to kind of slow down top right's momentum in an attempt to gain the equity that you would get by killing off top left from yourself. So this is a very enjoyably close spot.
Yep, they do got 15 or just about 20 minutes to eliminate one team there. So while I don't know why they were getting 4v2 in the beginning, they just the fact that they've kind of done it already, they should finish them off and at least play out the game.
G-Man building out a bunch of supply. Of course, at this point in the game, he has Stim, bunch of Marines. His regen's only at 10. I've seen a couple players do this recently where they just leave their regen lower than towards the late game. I think the opposite. I think regen plays a huge role in general in the game, and I kind of like smashing a bunch of upgrades in that, but
Marauder bunker
Man,
coming back down
like,
for Relentless. Cyrus
earlier,
on the
I was
outside of the
gonna
map. Looks like Starduck and Fred are coming in for this bunker that just barely built right now. They're going to be able to snipe it before Cyrus can get back.
I think Cyrus actually had an interesting... That ended up being an okay decision. But I think some of the time it should have been clear that he was going to lose the bunk, and instead of trying to come back and get the bunk, he should have gone after Fred's Marauder bunker and trying to pull them to the side. Because that it should have been clear when he saw that bunk was dead.
Oh, 4v2 tanks.
Calling out this tank, wanting it to die. Oh, good surround by Cyrus.
Oh, man,
That was good.
That must...
At least one.
Oh,
Get another tank here would be really worth it.
There were two
Just not gonna be able to do it.
The tanks that they couldn't really get it.
Cyrus kind of got whittled down even further. Needs to fill his bunker. There you go. Loses a third tank? Yes, loses a... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, third tank, I think. Oh, no, he still has 4 tanks this game. 2 tanks in this last push. He still has 2 left over. Can definitely close his bunker or Relentless and get it down if he wanted to. It's a matter of clicking 5 and then right-clicking the bunker.
Oh, no. It looks like...
Take it again. This is the second time this game.
Yep.
And... one.
That is
What did
not
they get out of
good
that?
for bottom left and top left there.
I mean, kill off some supply. Obviously, you feed a little bit off the army. Maybe they killed 1 tank. But man, what a guy. He really did just lose 4 tanks. At least he's honest. But GG, man, good honesty.
But didn't he move one back though, so it was only 30? Yes, that one
Said
right
one
here.
chilling. Oh, he did say that one. Yeah, good eye.
And I wonder
Should
what
repair
happens
it.
now. Do you just reverse and finish off top left if you're bottom left? Thinking like, okay, we're not getting any kind of equity from them anyway, so why don't we at least nail them out? And we're coming down for the 15-minute warning right now.
And Cash thinks it might be a draw.
Some Arcalite cannon going on from Starduck here. 3 tanks rolling
With
up
this
in on
push.
Cyrus. Cyrus calling out,
Do
I'm
some
dead,
damage.
right away.
Oh, and they're going to get double teamed as Ambi and GG Man show up to the right, get a free tank. Cyrus is in a
This game
horrible
is
spot.
15 minutes.
If it ends up being 3 teams in 15 minutes, yes, the game will. Everybody has made a gentleman's agreement in Discord to be able to end the game. Stuck with 5K in the bank for some reason. You got me. Okay, 1 tank, still with 3K in the bank.
I think they're waiting to see if someone commits, and then they'll expand out real fast.
Unless with, well, he built a tank as well. He had 4K in the bank. Cyrus with 2K in the bank. GG Man.
This is a tough spot for top left to be in.
Really is.
I can't really think of a right call they can be in for 15 minutes time.
See, if I was Trigger and I was top left, what would I do? I wish I had the knowledge.
If you, for the 18 people in our stream chat right now, if you were top left, what's your game action? Do you go after top right? Do you go after bottom left? Knowing that you only have, less than 20 minutes to clear a whole team and be able to set yourself up for victory.
This is genius by Ambi. Just look at the minimap, realize how far ahead bottom left is at this point. He calls out the fact that they only have 15 minutes in an attempt to bait top, well, I mean, top left will make their own decisions, but it's an attempt to bait top left into killing top right. They pretty well know they're way ahead of the bottom left, is way ahead of top left at this point. If they can break through these tanks, this game is over.
And Kaiser is still ahead of everyone. And
Kaiser says,
yeah, his score is
alternate
still
between
ahead.
both of them.
I think the fact that Kaiser's still ahead of everybody basically shows how correct it was to kill him off. Yes, obviously, he played very good early game. Just building right to the right.
I don't know if that's what GG Man wanted to say. That's a position of strength too.
I think I like Ambi building some supply somewhere. Tanks are certainly fine. If you have a little bit extra money, I think I like building supply. How many bunkers does he have? He only has four bunkers? GG Man has building his 6th. He also has a fair bit of supply laying out through the map. You're just going to need a nuke, a bunch of tanks, or a bunch of supply, potentially a combination of all, to be able to push top right. What the agreement is at this point is top left is kind of just chilling, and top right's stuck playing defense.
And I'm again bringing the tank over.
Ambi with a great spot. This bunker's, unless everybody comes over and is going to go down from Relentless. There's actually 2 free bunks where his tank is, and he's throwing a bunch of turrets protecting his Rauder bunker. If Ambi just scoots his tank, what, a couple of inches over to the left? That other, and he's called it out. He just pinged this directly. This thing is going to go down if they play this right. A couple of turrets would be nice. GG Man has a tower he built. Maybe scoot that forward and throw a turret.
Looks like Startup trying to expand into it, doing as much as he can, sitting on $800 more. Fred sitting at $400 more. It's going to be real tough for top left after this falls, but it looks like they are committing so far.
Look at the mini-map. Oh, he just changed direction. Ambi's units were rallying just below where top left's sensor tower could see, so they cannot see the stream. They see the occasional unit running across the map, but they're looking at the mini-map, which they should be, as they're just kind of...
Ambi's in trouble again. That tank was trying to snipe. He loses vision of it, and that tank does go down for Ambi. That's definitely going to take some steam off of him.
Good job, Relentless. 6,700 in the bank, too.
He's sitting on 7k.
Oh, don't let this go to a draw. This has been such a good game. Such a good game.
Hmm.
Jay Marion calling out on chat, and I missed this. It says top left has 3 tanks and 4 SCVs. Top left is better than bottom left, and Jay Marion is voting on top left. I'm looking at the SCVs. I see 2 SCVs from Starduck. I don't know.
Look at red with all those tanks in the back.
Yeah, just chilling. Starduck could steamroll, funny, right over Cyrus if they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The
he's
spot
got-
where I actually really... No, go ahead, Drake.
I was going to say he's got 8 minutes to decide if they want to or not. I think he's trying to let bottom left do most of the heavy lifting here.
If he gives Fred control, they split the... Because it would be difficult to, unless you're Trigger, be able to micro all of those tanks
Tank
efficiently, split the tanks, go ahead, lose a couple, but effectively kill off Cyrus. If they come in at 2 angles with all of those tanks, Cyrus will not survive. It's just being able to think about it and then having, you know, Fred and Starduck be able to execute it. They attack it.
Relentless needs to fix his rallies. He's just rallying out.
Rallying in the wrong spot, yeah. Top right is dead. And this tank is going to go down from Relentless. It was in a good defensive position. There's not much you can do.
You guys remember 20 minutes ago we were trying to see when was top right going to get cleared out? That was the real question, when they were going to get cleared out. Instead of... The top left got really powerful and then they went and
And the
bounced it.
bunker goes down.
Oh, this doesn't look like it's going to be a draw. Thank you.
If they
Beyond that...
switch, I will be pissed at this point. Don't do it! Expanding out. Don't do it, GG Man! GG Man! Bad GG Man.
Don't.
Bad
no,
GG Man.
don't do it.
What are they doing?
MB's doing the right thing and moving those tanks back just in case. That's a really good call. You don't need them at this point. That's a very, very smart move. Cyrus and Relentless on 1 bunk each. Please.
Ambi. Bad Ambi.
Don't switch.
G-Man is playing. No, don't do it. No.
No, no, no.
Wait, if they don't kill them in time...
Bottom left is ahead, except for the fact that top left has so many
There
tanks.
we go. There goes Relentless.
Relentless is definitely gone, and he has 4k in the bank. A little unfortunate.
Ambi knows it. And GG for Relentless there. They still cannot switch. There is 1 team still remaining.
There's a mass of tanks. Oh my gosh.
That's
He's building another.
Wow.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that top left is trying to buy a little bit more time just to get position before they finish off Cyrus. But they got to finish off
Less
Cyrus
than
here.
5 minutes.
Cyrus should be able to throw tons of turrets. As he got all that bang from Relentless, he calls down 2 extra SCVs. His bunk upgrade, I can't, well, actually I can click from his perspective, should be really, really high. Actually I can't because it's full. And then yeah, just jam turrets and attempt to get a draw. I don't know if he lasts 4 minutes here, but with everybody pulling their tanks back, that bunker's literally not taking damage right now.
No.
It's just not taking any damage. On both teams for not switching off, because this is the spot where you just let him live, but I think they both understand and are playing for the win. I greatly appreciate that sentiment.
GG Man, what are you doing?
Oh, don't do it. Play for the win, dude.
Okay, remassing. But
I
it
don't understand
scared
why-
everyone. That bunker gets now back to full health.
And Starduck hasn't brought those
Many
tanks
turrets.
in.
This has to chill for 3 in-game minutes. Cyrus, I mean, of course. Somebody needs to... I think just one tank would do this.
Hmm.
Cyrus's turrets have such long range they can snipe Fred's tank just 1 square away.
Starduck needs to bring
So roll
those tanks.
through.
Okay, 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
What do you guys think in this chat? Does it draw out? Does Cyrus make it now that they're just wasting too much time? I mean, literally, all he needs is 1
Look,
second.
he has all those tanks. Look back there.
Yep.
This comes 2. This is the right number. And if you're going to let the rest of those tanks chill, I really like putting them in defensive position, assuming the switch is coming. You got to move them from where they are currently and like set them up along the part of your bunkers that's ready to get attacked.
1 minute, 50 seconds.
What is going on? Someone throw a tank up here. Ambi has a couple that are chilling back at the house too. This bunk is going to die to these turrets from Cyrus. not at this rate, but
What are they
I love
doing?
that.
Stardust.
siege those tanks, please,
Seize those tanks.
please.
Please, come on.
This is gonna hurt.
1 minute.
It's building
Here
those
we
bunkers.
go.
It's such a meme. Please focus the bunker.
Come
Okay.
on.
Okay, so there go all the
Focus
turrets.
the bunker. Ambi, watch your stream.
Wait, there
Have
might be
40 seconds to kill this. He moved the tanks back to the middle. This bunker is not going to die. He has a ton of SCVs. What in the world? Did top left just play for a draw? What just
By the looks of
happened?
it. Yeah, by the looks of it, they've just played for the draw.
Irish, buddy, you got the luck of the
Terrible.
Irish. You got the luck of the Irish, man. Hey, you played good. Don't let me take it away from you. You played good. Throwing all those turrets saved your life.
And there's the draw.
GG, man.
In for second place is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. Like, it's just a tie. Well, I agree.
I just want to jump in here and say I called it.
In the chat, no, you definitely, there's a record of the chat, no doubt.
Yep. All right, guys, that's it for game 1. We will be back with game 2 shortly, so stay tuned. Signing off, we'll just be a few minutes there.
Actually, I'm stunned if you think about how many people are in Pro League. You think of how much talent there is in Pro League. And then if you think about the general consensus on Micro, like when I think of Micro, I think of Trigger being very good. I think of Zito's, like his quick steps when he like 1As and it's like he's basically dancing with the keyboard. It looks crazy. Nobody plays like Ambi. Like nobody. It's so unique if you think about all the talent that there is in this league. The only person who micros like him is him. Like he's the only one who can do it, so it's really enjoyable to watch.
Invisible rules, but let's see if it hurts him or not. I guess we'll know if GG Man, yeah, he's near the bottom of the leaderboard now.
And just a quick and that split off.
I
as well.
understand why he does the SCV out now. It's because he wants to know if he's going into like for his.
And
If you move your
immediate
CV with your army, it does give you a bit more information, there's no doubt.
Yeah, for scouting and like sight.
That's what I meant. When Starduck dropped that bunker, he was at 970 points. He had
Yeah.
to get some funding from Fred there. A couple hundred. I don't even think a straight 100 would have done it.
Bunker from Cash in a tank spot.
Cyrus with the counter nuke there just to get his bunker off in time. And another nuke coming down there against Cassiar. And it looks like Relentless is going to bunk right after that. To really solidify the 4v2 coming after this. Let's hope they get that bunker, or that is going to be a very bad counterattack for them. It is
It's gonna
so
be real close. That's real close. Oh,
I got it.
and it does
Well
go
done.
down. GG Man bumping in 7 armor and 4 regen into that bunker and losing it anyways. That's always always rough when that happens.
This should be a spot where everybody.
But it'll get called out either way, and that might, I don't know. Do you build a tank in fear that it might call out the 4v2 anyway, or do you keep going with it? Look at this. Cash is just.
I can just do this. This is actually dead.
Wow.
And here comes in Water Demon. They're coming for the snipe. I don't think they were really watching that there. That bunker should not have been sniped like that.
Map awareness. Under on both, the logic being he won't be in the game at either one of those times. Not because he's bad, but because he's in a bad spot. He's in last currently. Top left's going to face a lot of pressure. But yeah, that's obviously anything over an hour is not unreasonable.
Look at GG, man. He's in danger of losing this bunker again. I think he will be able to save this one because Water Demon is not in position there. But no, he does lose it anyway. Oh my gosh, that is huge.
That is harsh. That is massive.
I'm asking, do they?
They have a tank.
I think they have to because Cash has got 3 SCVs. And right now he's sitting on 4K.
If bottom right dies, the game is kind of wide open. I think bottom left would be in the worst spot, assuming bottom right dies, but not for top left being like having worse location. But this is, if they die, this actually becomes a very interesting game.
They're trying to make it where.
He bought a nuke.
Gotta use it. He has to use it right now. Awesome.
There you go.
But meanwhile, we got GG Man laying in.
GG Man on the other side.
GG Man got a kill.
Dead.
That tank is still targeting him.
Dead. Oh.
And Cash are eliminated from the game from, I guess, a little bit top right and a little bit of bottom left. Diagonals are your allies, guys. Against Relentless, and was just doing a lot of good trades in the middle and whatnot.
Played good early and then back to the, I mean, it was a joke, but the Skittle thing where everybody was in the middle and he was taking advantage of those positions.
Yeah.
I know, right? That was funny.
And he went very heavy upgrades in the beginning. He kept on minimal bunkers for most while, built really tight, you know, taking the tank square ultimately probably helped kill him, but...
And Water Demon's going to lose a bunker. And Water Demon's going to lose a bunker.
Yeah, he's calling for help, but the truth is no one really cares.
Ain't
right
coming.
now.
Yep,
I think
coming.
No, I think he's dead. Use all that real estate.
Out the game, boys.
Butter, welcome to the Zone Control Pro League, dude. Good game.
8,000 to like 10,000 minerals in the game, and they never
Turn to handle the 4v2 here.
Real dangerous. Oh yeah.
This is dangerous.
Oh no.
There goes
They're gonna
one.
lose both.
Too
Both
far
tanks
forward.
are gone.
They're a little too powerful.
And it looks like Cyrus will lose one bunker for it. Fair trade. Or no, Cyrus lost his tank too, right? Cyrus had a tank there.
Starduck, I really think about repositioning those tanks. I'm saying they're in a horrible spot, but I really like moving one a little bit closer to the in between the two bunkers. Fred just uses nuke.
Nuke.
An hour 8.
An hour 8. Just 1 minute off from Sofa. Sofa guessed an hour 7, I think it was. Yep, 1 hour 7 minutes. Sofa, go buy a lottery ticket. That's good enough right there. At least
pretty dead on.
5 out of 6 numbers.
Actually, I'm stunned if you think about how many people are in Pro League. You think of how much talent there is in Pro League. And then if you think about the general consensus on Micro, like when I think of Micro, I think of Trigger being very good. I think of Zito's, like his quick steps when he like 1As and it's like he's basically dancing with the keyboard. It looks crazy. Nobody plays like Ambi. Like nobody. It's so unique if you think about all the talent that there is in this league. The only person who micros like him is him. Like he's the only one who can do it, so it's really enjoyable to watch.
Invisible rules, but let's see if it hurts him or not. I guess we'll know if GG Man, yeah, he's near the bottom of the leaderboard now.
And just quick on that split off.
I understand why he does the SCV out now. It's because he wants to know if he's going into like prison.
Listen, if you move your CV with your army, it does give you a bit more information, there's no doubt.
Yeah, for scouting and like sight.
That's what I meant. When Starduck dropped that bunker, he was at 970 points. He had to get some funding from Fred there. A couple hundred, I don't even think a straight 100 would have done it.
Bunker from Cash in a tank spot.
Cyrus with the counter nuke there just to get his bunker off in time, and another nuke coming down there against Cassiar, and it looks like Relentless is going to bunk right after that. To really solidify the 4v2 coming after this. Let's hope they get that bunker, or that is going to be a very bad counterattack for them. It is
It's gonna be real close. That's real close. Oh,
I got it.
and it does
Well
go
done.
down. GG Man bumping in 7 armor and 4 regen into that bunker and losing it anyways. That's always rough when that happens.
this should be a spot where everybody.
But it'll get called out either way, and that might, I don't know. Do you build a tank in fear that it might call out the 4v2 anyway, or do you keep going with it? Look at this. Cash is just.
I can just do this. This is actually dead.
Wow.
And here comes in Water Demon.
Dead.
They're coming for the snipe. I don't think they were really
They're gonna get
watching
it.
that there. That bunker should not have been sniped like that.
Map awareness. Under on both, the logic being he won't be in the game at either one of those times. Not because he's bad, but because he's in a bad spot. He's in last currently. Top left's going to face a lot of pressure. But yeah, obviously anything over an hour is not unreasonable.
Look at GG Man. He's in danger of losing this bunker again. I think he will be able to save this one because Water Demon is not in position there. But no, he does lose it anyway. Oh my gosh, that is huge.
That's harsh. That is massive.
I'm asking, do they?
They have a tank.
I think they have to because Cash has got 3 SCVs. And right now he's sitting 4K.
Hey guys, welcome back for game 2 of the night. A little disappointed on the outcome of that first one. I really wanted to see how all those tanks battled there for mid. But my name's Draconis. Joined in with me are slew of casters. We got Cash IR in from the last match. We got Go Get It returning in. And we also have Noah joining us again. So welcome guys, how are you doing?
Good. What's up, guys?
Now that was quite a run that you had there in the beginning, Cash. We were wondering, why didn't you build a tank at that left side? Why did you elect for the bunker? Because we were even thinking they're going to need to build a tank now, or they'll never be able to build it.
Yeah, it was a good point, but I felt like I needed the resupply there to deal with the 4v2, the extra bunks, and that's what got me the score. But I couldn't hold against Cyrus, and I think if we'd had killed off GG Man a bit earlier, we would have had more of a chance instead of letting him live. Yeah.
Okay. All right, calling out team member positions. We got Silpha and Water Demon spawning in the top left, and top right we got Fred and GG Man. Bottom right, Cyrus and Kurto, and then bottom left, Relentless and Luz Theron. Good to see Luz in the match. Haven't seen him in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to come out there and say that even though Cyrus isn't playing green because Sofa kind of stole his color, I think Team Blue is gonna win this one. Cyrus is already G'd up from the last game, having turned it into a draw. It's the best outcome for him. I think he's going to be super motivated to win this game, and Kurto is the kind of partner that you win games with.
Absolutely. He's a really good team player.
This is very easy to agree with.
Yeah, I think the one side is, Kurto does like to go help his teammate out a lot, to go in and go in for pincer attacks. It's the type of gameplay I play really well with. I don't know how Cyrus takes that though. He's very much about stay in your lane. So it'll be interesting how the dynamic works.
I will say this is just a quick note before they get too far. For a draw, which isn't terribly desirable, that was actually a very enjoyable game last game. There were a bunch of swings and a bunch of good plays. Again, we don't want draws, but that really wasn't too bad of a game, all things considered.
I agree. I wish it would have gone to the end, but yeah, it was a good game there at the end. And I guess top left was saying they were worried that Ambi turreted middle and got a little bit too greedy on the gentleman's truce, but man, at the same time, top left was definitely fine.
Sorry, do you want to just... oh, no, never mind. It just caught up now. I was like, maybe...
Just the delay.
Yeah, massive delay. We've got 3 minutes.
Yep.
Early take has Fred out in first. Sofa right behind him, Cyrus. All chilling in the 300s. Relentless and G-Man just a little bit behind.
We got Zateo in the chat now, so hopefully we'll see him roll in time for Game 3.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Nuke coming down.
This is Water Demon. Just on Water Demon. This is his. I think this is his debut league game.
Played last game, so second.
Yeah, well, league night, I should say.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
A little bit too far in, speaking of that. A little overzealous. They ain't overzealous. Elizabeth's army for it.
Loose Theron takes 2 SCV kills there. Very nice for him. Trucks him in first place. It's always nice when your lane and their partner's SCV are there kind of repairing the bunker. It doesn't get any better than that.
This is a small thing, but if you select an SCV and then right-click the repair icon, it'll stop automatically repairing anything.
Oh, wow.
And Noah, I'm sorry.
Until it dies. When it respawns, it reloads.
Noah, you are live now, too. I apologize about that. We have this channel restricted, and I always have to manually unmute you. And I forgot to this time, so welcome into the game, Noah.
Hello.
What's up, Noah?
I didn't know if I was talking too much or not, because, like, I'm sort of new to, like tournaments and stuff. Like, I've played about 6 tournaments, I think, but, like, I'm not near to this level, because CE does not have, like, this level of good players.
All right, Nuke coming down from Relentless there against Sofa. It's green. I always wanted to say Cyrus like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Had to double check it there.
It's sad. I feel for Relentless. I want the Aussie to get in there and do good. He nuked and he's still behind Sofa. So hopefully he capitalizes on the fact that he's got some supply right now and go feed around the map, because Sofa won't give him anything at this point. He really needs to get ahead.
6 minutes in, and you're right, only 2 people have used their nukes, but usually when one goes off, it triggers like 3 others to go off. It's like nuclear holocaust as an observer a lot of times.
Cyrus hitting first to 1k. There we go, 1k points. He's got an interesting playstyle right now as well. Look at that, he's on 3-3-3-3-3-5. Very interesting. I don't know if that's a counter to the 2-4-2-3-4 from GG Man, but yeah, I've never seen Cyrus play so heavy on that.
Look at this bunker coming down from Water
dump?
Demon with 790 points here. So
that was a massive pull from Sofa right there. Look at Sofa's money. He's sitting on 90 minerals. He dumped it all to Water Demon. I've played with Sofa before, and the conversation goes like this: I've got my lane dominated. I'm going to pull you money to get your bunk so you can do better against your lane. And that's how the conversation goes. It looks like exactly what's happened there.
Sofa had his SCV in the right position, but he gets sniped, and he is going to get surrounded from Loose Theron. He was in the perfect position there to nuke.
Both armies.
Yep. And
there goes
Kurdo bombs it.
Great power push. I think Sofa learned a little bit, though, with the pulling of his teammate. Just a couple games ago, they went the opposite way, where his teammate pulled into him against a stronger lane, and they paid a massive price for it. They ended up losing the game, so I think he learned from that a little bit and wants to make sure Water Demon has a leg up here on Fred.
Yeah, and that nuke from Kurdo came down purely to give him money for a bunker. He's sitting on 1100. He's just been moving around. He went and scouted mid for a sec. He's not sure whether or not Loose Theron's going to come in and try something now that he nuked, but I'm wondering why he's sitting on 1200 and he hasn't even attempted to bunker yet. There we go.
I think Sofa should be asking, he only needs 30 to get a bunk when I was finally engaging. But he's been about 100 short of a bunk, and Water Demon's had about 250 in the bank. He should have asked for 100 back there to be able to get a bunker up a little bit sooner. He's still just short. Now he goes over 1,000.
Yeah, I wonder how much Sofa pulled him to get that bunk.
I would guess at
Because
least
if you have a look, Sofa,
300.
Water Demon's now second place. Like, it was a good move, especially because Fred Mercs. It's a very good move to send money across.
So we got Zateo in the stream chat asking a question for you. Go get it. Hey, why disabled repair when it's so useful when you can just hold position to stop it whenever you want?
Hold position would be far more optimal, but I think someone made a comment where an SCV was repairing either the bunker or another SCV. So early game, when you're not necessarily needing to repair stuff, as your bunkers aren't going to be destroyed very often, a lot of time you can just disable repair. You just have to be conscious of if it dies, when it respawns, the auto repair re-enables. It would be something you would use infrequently, in my opinion.
I think Go Get It put himself in a bad situation there. He nuked to try to cancel out, Cyrus's bunker, but they weren't able to go anywhere. Now he has no nuke of his own to defend that bunker that he puts down, and it does get canceled out.
Well, I don't know if you saw what was really, really nerve-wracking there for me was Fred's SCV came down for a potential nuke at 11 minutes. That would be unheard of. I was about to have an aneurysm. Bloody hell.
He keeps on saying map hacks every game.
I think he's just memeing. I hope he's just memeing. So.
Ooh, look at GG Man.
What was that? That was Sofa King to nuke to try and stop this bunk.
They're desperate, like really desperate. Top right.
So Zito says a little bit ago that there was an in-game echo. I don't know if there is currently.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything since then. I asked him if he could still hear it, and he's not. So I don't hear anything, unless he's talking about the background noise for all the people dying.
Whose bunker is literally 1 second away from being finished. If you hover over the bunker and then hover over the green bar in the middle, it's 59 out of 60. It ain't going down, or it's not going to go up in that sense.
Yeah, and I think if he went and built it, it would have been a dangerous move. That's stuff you see in pub games where some of the newer players do end up building it. They get super excited thinking they can survive. A turret goes down, you end up losing it. I mean, I troll all the time like that. Let them build their bunker just to get the kill, so they don't cancel.
Water Demon lays down his nuke.
They, like, pull it off.
He laid down his nuke on top right. Top right responds with the turret, but it looks like they were able to hold it off. But now Cyrus is coming back up to try to force his cancel. We got Fred still with his nuke. Will Fred use his nuke within the first 15 minutes of the game? That will be a first. And in Fred's philosophy is usually don't use a nuke to save a bunker in that case. He'd rather take the cancel. So I think GG Man will be forced to cancel this.
That's got to hurt for GG Man because he's sitting in last place right now, and they need to do it. At this point, it's just a snowballing effect. When they fall too far behind, they're not coming back. Fred's going to have a lot of trouble with Water Demon, who now went to first place, and Kodo shot up to second place as well. You're going to see top right really struggling because of that lack of nuke.
Yeah, both diagonals.
Second cancel.
Both diagonals are having a real hard time getting their bunkers up, and just further illustrates that diagonals are your partners because one's doing bad, they both do bad.
Good job by Kurtos stepping in, going ahead and sniping the turret that was basically dead, picking up the 100, reorganizes his army, and then, man, bottom left and top right just having issues getting up their expansions. Now that they're so far behind as far as unit count, it just puts you in a bad spot as the game moves forward.
Yep. That's it. And if GG Man has to cancel one more time, they're literally out of the game. So I hope Fred take one for the team and drop the turret. It's not about your gameplay, it's about the team gameplay and how you guys can win the game.
So
how many cancels so far? For
I
GG
think
Man?
2 cancels.
2, yep.
At least.
So if you're in the stream
man.
chat, this is it now. Call it. Does Fred use his nuke? Is he going to use it within the first 20 minutes of the game? What is the minute marker you're calling the nuke at?
Well, GG Man gets the bunker down. 43, I think, was the best guess, and it was from Otakon, so if anyone can get it, I think he was 1 or 2 minutes off.
Lou's getting caught murking his bunker.
Man, this just might be dead. Yeah, and here comes
This
Cyrus.
is it. Yeah, there is no unit or anything that can help him here. No nuke, no turret. There's no units in the bunker. He's dead.
Fred's saying to
And
hit top
actually,
left, but
following
that's
in
the wrong
suit,
area.
Relentless is also going to go next. Kurto's got his SCV there somewhere. I'm sure a second turret goes down, they can finish off Relentless right now. They need to focus on it. That gives them a massive lead right now.
It was a really good play by Cyrus to not go ahead and get greedy and snipe off Luz's bunker, come over and put Relentless in a really bad spot so he couldn't build army, and he basically was able to work over bottom left by himself.
Well, Relentless, unfortunately, he had 2,700 in the bank. When his teammate died, he could have dumped a lot of money into bunker upgrades there, and maybe survived a bit longer.
Played it, yeah.
Cancel was coming
as
up.
that happened, Fred got his bunker he was trying to build canceled too, so really top right, real behind.
Cyrus still has his nuke. Third bunk down. Kurto's dumped his money. He was about to build a third bunk as well, but he ended up dumping his money into upgrades there, or Stimpack. I think it was Stimpack.
Bottom right further ahead than they look. Kurto hasn't had to cancel anything, neither has Cyrus. Cyrus still has his nuke. Fred had to cancel. Water, of course, at the top there, but the score is going to be a little bit deceiving as they have more equity than the scoreboard will show by itself.
Yeah, I'm not sure that second Reaper bunker really is going to help them. I think with top right being so weak at this point in the game, I think they should have taken the risk and gone for a water bunker. They're not going to get much advantage there from that Reaper build, unless they're going into snipe from the back.
Good play from Kurto there, just making sure that he spotted that potential snipe.
Did you see that shot?
I saw it, yeah.
Yes, so don't type it.
This is a small thing, but Cyrus threw a turret by GGMan's base. It was attacking the bunker, effectively accomplishing nothing. You can control where they, I mean, everybody here should know this. You can control where they attack, and if he had attacked or just selected the turret and then right-clicked any units, it would have gone back to killing units, just building a score. Just something to think about in those spots.
Yeah, it's very, very good to do that. I mean, your turret, it does do, I think, 50 or something base damage. Yeah, it does 50 base damage, which is almost double that of a Marine. But you really rather take out the units while your main army focuses on the bow.
20 minutes into the game, only 3 teams remaining, just going into a score check. We got Kurto, first place, 6,900 points, just about 7,000. Second place, Water Demons, 6,900, followed by Cyrus and Fred in the 5,500 range. And then Sofa, 4,800, and GGMan, 3,300.
Sofa has great upgrades relative to Kurto and even Cyrus. I didn't realize he had dumped so much into it.
Yeah, the difference that you're going to see there is that Sofa doesn't have combat shields. Kurto has combat shields. He's got double Merc and Stimpack, so that's where the money goes. So I think that even in a straight swap, I think Kurto could beat Sofa King.
The stim helps a ton there.
Yeah. What I'd like to see from Kurto is a sensor tower right there. Giving full bottom map. No, just for full map vision of the bottom lane, so they can see any snipe. It's 125. It'll give you an extra minute. Not a minute, but
He's
like
looking for minerals.
seconds.
Yep. He gets minerals with his full army.
Yeah, that's probably not the best thing to do.
You chilling at home. Also, he's left 4 units in one of his bunkers. I don't know if that's defensive or potentially a misclick from earlier when Sofa had kind of come around for a snipe. But not like a 4 unit's going to make a super huge difference, but you do want as many units out on the board as you can.
Very true. The only time I do that, sometimes on purpose, is if there's still some nukes on the board and I've got 1 or 2 bunkers and I need the resupply. Getting those 4 units, you know, I can afford the trade, but having the 4 units when I've got 1, because I've lost my entire army, really helps.
So we got Jay Marion in the chat saying, hey, how is top right weak? Fred is in a better position than Cyrus.
Oh, he's in. I would disagree. He's in a worse spot. He's at a cancel. Cyrus also has a score lead. Cyrus still has his nuke too. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Did he use it? Oh no,
Fred
he
still have a nuke. Yeah.
Yeah, Fred still has
Rotter.
the nuke. He's got 2 bunkers. I would say Cyrus and them definitely have the score lead. Plus, just his partner, GG Man, he's taken quite a bit of a beating in that early game.
Well, the difference there, Fred's got some pretty heavy upgrades there. The difference is Cyrus does have Stimpack, and he's on his 4th bunk, and he's got rods. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I think on a straight, he's got less units, he's got more upgrades. If he gets Stimpack, I think that he could trade effectively with Cyrus. But at this point, I think he really needs that resupply. I mean, top right is they're just screwed, and I think maybe the best play here would be to leave top right alone and focus on one of the stronger teams. So whether they attack top left or bottom right, that should be the focus of the stronger teams. Like a combined snipe on Sofa's bunk there would be ideal instead of annoying GG Man more.
I was with Cyrus. They might have this bunk. He's turreted, has his SCV ready and available. He's lost a bunch of units now because the bunker was full. But if the whole squad had been there, that might have been a bad news bears thing for GG Man.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think his bunkers are that upgraded at the moment.
His units definitely just washed over Sofa King. So yeah, you're right, Cash. Even though Kurdo has worse upgrades, let's face they're better units. Them helps a ton.
I think that's why Sofa went in and merked. It makes a big difference. Unmerked Reaper, I think it's 75 HP gain when you merc your Reaper bunker.
Oh no,
which is
merking his bunk.
Like
yeah. Where's Cyrus's? There's it is. Oh, he nukes it. He pulls it. That bunker is still empty. Has almost no health. And they got nuked on both sides. Oh.
Fred's going to lose a bunker. Fred should be nuking now, even to kill his partner's bunk so Cyrus doesn't get the money.
Oh wait, that was Fred's nuke. Fred just threw it down to protect himself.
Yeah, so Fred nukes at the 26-minute mark of the game.
The record for Fred.
That's a bit quick. Yeah, I think it is.
Love picking up minerals. Oh, okay. Kurdo's going to go around the map, try and snipe. I was like, man, they have GG Man out of this game if he comes up there and helps Cyrus. But he's actually going to try and pull... and Sofa King has nothing in this bunker. How much up bunker upgrades? Minimal bunker upgrades. Allow Cyrus to move forward, but...
He's got some heavy up there.
I don't know. Did Kurdo want to do that? Because top left was pretty much kind of helping them kill top right there. I think they just switched the aggro.
I think it could have been a good play. I think it allowed Cyrus to go there and feed more. Maybe allow Cyrus to take that bunker if he can. Take GG Man's final bunker. And just slow down their feed. Just do hit and runs. Because he's got 11 speed right now against with Stimpack against Water Demons. Nitro-packed Reapers on 10 speed. So it's pretty well balanced. He can do hit and run. Sofa can't catch him at this point with 6 speed.
Cyrus has a grand in the bank.
If they were able to eliminate GG Man completely, I think that played the bottom right's favor. And by Kurdo going and not even going for a snipe, it was just poking around. They just kind of switched everything around on him, in my opinion.
Well, now that you say that, Water Demon is a force to be reckoned with right now, and I think I don't know if top right is going to see that because GG Man's probably a bit aggroed towards Cyrus for taking that bunk. Although top left did take a bunker theirs as well, so I'm not sure. It really comes down to who are they going to attack.
Hit Cyrus's infrastructure. I mean, he's loading up, man. All these bunks plus a little bit of extra supply.
I'm always a little scared to go this heavy on infrastructure because look at Cyrus's upgrades. 9,
Grades.
11, 7, 8, 11. If they do switch on him and he loses a lot, he's really behind.
Yeah.
I think it was Trigger that said it. It said, upgrades can't be killed. So
sticking to the same quote.
That was my quote. Yeah.
All right, that's Cash's
You can lose a
quote.
bunker, but you can lose a bunker, but you can't lose an upgrade. Cyrus, I think, really needs to get a sensor tower up here. It's really risky. He's got no vision of their movements. If he gets it up there, he's going to see full movement from GG Man and Fred and feel a bit more comfortable committing into an attack on top left.
I think Cyrus has actually played this really well now that I look at the map a little bit. The fact that Fred and GG-Man have a total of 2 bunks, no threat whatsoever, and if he knew, I don't know if he does, Fred's nuke is gone, then you're not even worried about that. It's not like they're going to be able to run 100 supply over if you have your SCV in the right spot with a turret and snipe a bunk.
You know, if I was in Cyrus's position right now, I would drop 2 supply depots down here. I would just give it to them. That would be like a tribute. You guys we're going to help you out. We'll help you feed. Come help us hit top left. Now that's next level politicking right there. I don't know. I don't know if that would be seen as bad outside of the game if there was like a pre-game thing, but I think it's the politics is much of a game than anything. So
give them free money and attempt to curry favor is what you're saying?
Yeah. Drop 2 supply depots there and don't finish them. Let them kill it. Just straight out drop them and give them the 150 for each kill.
Man, Water Demon's just beastly on these upgrades, sitting at 18,000 points. Only 3,000 ahead of Cyrus, but look at the upgrade disparity.
Yeah, that's massive there. 17, 20, 11 for Water Demon. 11, 9, 11 from Cyrus.
It does have a tank.
At least they're matched with range, but he's got Merc units. It's big problems there for Cyrus if he doesn't start focusing on ups.
I actually don't like Cyrus's tank position. The reason being is you have dominated top right. You effectively have them in a bad position. I either like pushing the tank in an attempt to kill them off, or putting it back to be able to save it, kind of like a Fred style thing. If top right sees this, they're going to call it out and everybody's going to come rushing. And it's not going to do much if it's just like chilling in a defensive position. Like kind of like either being aggressive or saving it. Good to know that they have a tank. You should know they have a tank.
You know what? I think Cyrus's strategy here. I'm trying to understand why he's gone so crazy with the amount of bunkers and that far spread. And I think I get it. I think the concept is go in there, get some kills, feed the guy 3 times what he's feeding off you to, kind of push up his score. And then everyone just looks at Water Demon now. Wow, he's got a 4k lead, 5k lead. We've got to hit top left. This could be his strategy right now. And while this is happening, Cyrus can slowly upgrade, and he's already got the infrastructure while it's going to be a 4v2. This could be a new thing.
Should definitely know that GG-Man has like nothing given a score.
So you're saying he's purposely feeding him to make him look stronger, yet he has a better infrastructure?
Yeah, so then as soon as it becomes a 4v2, Cyrus can pump it all into upgrades. Like, I don't think that most people would play that far spread. I mean, it's still a triangle structure, which is very strong, but it's way too far spread to be able to maintain, regardless of how weak top right is. If there's a gain situation, a 4v2, it's going to be difficult for either side to hold, and I think Cyrus knows that. The only problem is when Water Demon gets too strong, GG-Man's going to have to look somewhere else for feed, and even if that's Cyrus's stream of, a couple of units here and there, it's still better than no kills at all.
The VIP shield tower there.
Water Demon's upgrades. Everybody else's? Yeah. When this bunk gets down, I assume he's going to merc it all. God, he has 4k in the bank? I wonder what he's saving for. He should merc his supply, and then immediately merc this bunk, or call down an SCV, or start building tanks. What are we saving 4k for at this point in the game?
I think I was playing with him last game, and he's ready. He's prepping. So, for me, when I prep a 4v2, I'm getting bunker upgrades, I'm throwing down SCVs, maybe trying not to have them seen, but, more times not. But I think for him, he's holding out for that. But he didn't do it. He pumped it into upgrades.
Merc 2, the supply depots, merc the bunk, and then slammed some upgrades.
All stuff he could have done before he
while it was building.
The middle of those fights, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like last game, he was holding out on a lot of money, waiting for a rebuild potential.
We got Zate on the stream chat saying, "God damn it, Cash! Don't open Pandora's box." I think he's referring to your strategy assessment from Cyrus there.
Was it the supply depot dump on the top right square?
No. Well, maybe, I don't know if that's what he was talking about. I think he was more talking about Cyrus's overall strategy of making his one teammate look really strong to orchestrate a 4v2 on them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what happened to me last game, because, you know, I just got so fed, and everyone's like, yeah, he's big, take him out. Thing is, I don't know if top right can really do that much damage. It really helps that Water Demon is on that right-hand side position, so if the 4v2 does come, it's easy. You know, that Water Demon can take on probably from the Rod Square down. That's, you know, he could take that full corner. That leaves Sofa King to take on 2 players or to protect 2 bunks. I think they could take it at this point with that massive upgrade advantage.
Aren't they already 4v2?
It's not committed. I don't think it's a full commitment from top right. I think they're just kind of poking around. No idea what to do.
This looks more like feed and...
Yeah, you can see here, like, GG Man's coming to get stream kills. He's happy for 4 Marines that he can kill. You know, he's only just getting his second bunk down now. He's got 3 regen. You know, his units are just going to die extremely quick.
If
Just
Cyrus
expanding
is
again.
just biding his time, trying to get enough mass and just going to try to steamroll top right at once.
Yeah, I mean, he just went for his second Rorder bunker there. I think if he gets one more, gets another double supply here, maxes out the supplies and upgrade those supply bunkers, sorry, the supply to the upgraded version, I think then he's ready to push. Even with the upgrade advantage of Water Demon, I think Cyrus will still be able to do a lot of damage.
So if they switch and it becomes a 4v2 on bottom right now, you think Kurdo could hold while Cyrus tries to push on top right? Because Cyrus would have pushing ability on top right without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're going to see now if Kurdo can hold. I don't think he can. But you know what's interesting? This is for people who maybe don't know the difference between supply and resupply. If you have a look at the minimap, Cyrus looks like he's got a lot more territory than Kurdo. But in terms of supply, they're both sitting at 90. Just disregard this bunker that just dropped now. But Kurdo having 2 supply depots, both upgraded, you know, that's four bunker spots. You know, that's 10 supply each. It's 20 supply. That's 4 bunker spots. So it's safer to play a supply depot and upgrade it than it is to drop, you know, 2 bunks, because you got to run to the other side. And Cyrus sitting on 10 speed right now. It's going to be hard for him to run from one side to the other.
Kurdo's done a really good job of holding off and then building off of Sofa King, who's a really good player, effectively by himself. Cyrus has been kind of getting into fights with Water Demon in the middle and then pressuring top right when he needs to and then expanding like crazy. Of course, picking off a little bit in the middle while he can, but I would actually think Kurdo could, if he was alone, run over Sofa at this point. You know, their upgrades are relatively similar, just has a little bit better infrastructure, a little more supply.
Yeah, there's a 9k difference there between Sofa and
he's winning these fights decisively versus Sofa.
Save score check. We got Water Demon in first at 3,600 points. Kurdo second place at 29,000 points. Cyrus third, 26,000 points. And Sofa 20,000 points. Fred 15, GG Man 9.
Just back to what you were saying, GG Man, on Sofa King and Kurdo's exchanges here. I think Kurdo's doing really well because he's got the 12 speed. It's really the only major difference between their upgrades right now. You know, all parties have their units merked, their weapons and range and everything are pretty well matched. Really, it's just how quick you can get people to the line. And that Kurdo has a 30 supply advantage as well.
Left is not in a bad spot, but getting double teamed by both top right and bottom right is going to certainly put them behind, as I would argue bottom right is in first. I just don't know if top right has the ability to rush either side, given their upgrades relative to the other teams.
Well, I think overall it's pretty well balanced. If you have a look, Water Demon and Sofa King sitting at a combined score of 61,000. Also is Kurdo and Cyrus at 59,000. So there's about a 3k difference in their score. They're pretty well balanced, you know, between the two of them.
Right, Mick might get to play spoiler, triggering everybody or one team after the game. standard zone control.
Well, what I'd like to see from Kurdo is something a bit more aggressive. I think Cyrus can hold Water Demon and top right on his own. I want to see that center tower go down there, and maybe 2 bunks to completely solidify they've got that bottom lane. And then the whole back line of that can be supply depots, tanks, whatever they want down there. But if they can hold the whole of bottom, that gives top left no room to expand. Because right now it's a race to see who can get to the bottom left corner. Because no one wants to kill off top right, in the hopes that maybe they'll help each other out.
Here's with 2 tanks with splash while expanding again.
What do you guys think of Cyrus's Marauder bunker here? Good or
I
a
think
little
it's
too
good.
greedy?
Good.
Well,
I think it's
aggressive.
good. He because he had the marine bunker, he needed to close it off with the Rorder. Now he's got 2 more supply depot spots, and he shouldn't expand anymore. I don't think he needs it. It's just overkill right now, especially when he hasn't. Especially when he hasn't got a second SCV.
Merc,
Hey,
Merc
also,
does.
he has tanks sitting back there not doing anything. I think he's trying to hide the fact that he's preparing
Absolutely.
for a 4v.
No, I
Like,
think
he
he's
is
preparing
so-
for in-game more than 4v2.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Should go ahead and Merc those supply depots. Gonna push the supply up a little bit more than it is.
Looks like they're trying to get the map for 4v2 on Cyrus and them. Cyrus only has that 1 tank. I don't think Kurdo has any other tanks, right?
Cyrus has 2 tanks. Kurdo has no
2.
tanks.
Yep. Kurdo has 2?
Kurdo has none.
Okay.
It's hard to tell when like they're not sieged, but if you press U on the keyboard for units, that's where you can see the nukes and you can see the unit types. You can see the 2 sieged, but if they have any unsieged, it falls on a different unit type
Got
for
it.
some reason.
I would definitely let Fred do that. Whether he's being honest or not, I would be like, go ahead. I would type in go ahead and attempt to get win his favor. So, I mean, like kind of alluded to earlier, they're going to choose who wins this game. It feels like.
Well, bottom right is actually winning this battle. So before, if you remember, I said it was 61-59 with top left with a 2K combined team lead. Bottom right is now on 74, and top left is on 72. So there's a 2K advantage. It's just switched in favor of bottom right.
Harris has preemptively thrown so many turrets just in case top right comes for him. He's got like 7 turrets just chilling. Not to mention a couple of tanks with splash.
That's
Water
a good
team
play.
going for that bunker. It was able to get saved from Cyrus there.
That's got to be
Meanwhile-
Cyrus's play right now. With only one SCV, it's going to be difficult, but he needs to keep throwing turrets on that top line so that he can focus on the top left. But Water Demon does have a second SCV at this point.
Quick
He
King
comes
is
to
caught
the
up
forward.
to upgrades. Yep. The Kurdo.
And here it comes. Look at Cyrus' preemptive turrets on the right-hand side. And, you know,
Nothing
honestly,
Fred can do.
that's all he needs to do, right?
Nothing
Yep.
Fred can do here.
The top right's upgrades right now are not enough to take down a single turret. Cyrus on 9 building regen and maxed armor. It's going to make those turrets really strong, but he does need a second one. He needs to be able to throw more down in case they try and overrun those tanks.
It's a question like always. If top right just disappeared, who do you think is favorite right now in this game?
Bottom right.
Bottom right.
Agree.
Yeah, top left is now sitting at 30 and 50, 80,000, and bottom right is on 85. So there's an increase of 3,000 since the last time I gave a combined team score check. Bottom
Do you
right
have-
is growing much faster.
Double the tanks. Tank.
I think it's time Cyrus mercs, gets all his mercs, upgrades some supply. He will be a behemoth. His upgrades are now at parity. He was behind the upgrades most of the match because he built out so much. Now it's time to fill in.
With the
Yeah,
cheeky
here comes
supply.
here comes the supply depot there. That's exactly how I would have played that one as well. He just jumps down 2 more supply, upgrading his supply depots there. He's now sitting at 105 supply total. He's going to be the highest supply once he upgrades those other 2 supply depots.
Look at bottom left. He's getting overrun a little bit.
Cyrus needs to go down
Gotta
right
come
now.
back.
I'm not sure why he hasn't dumped a second SCV. Kurdo's sitting at 4.5 grand as well. There needs to be some more SCVs in this game.
I gotta fill this bunk, man. Gotta bring some units into this bunker at the bottom of the map.
Yeah,
Maybe typing?
yeah, he is.
That might have cost him this fight. actually eliminate the threat from Water Demon and then kind of overrun him here.
Well, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's got 5 grand right now. Get a unit in that bunker, upgrade the bunker, do something, Kurdo. There we go. He drops some money. Could have been an SCV there.
Just 1 tank off.
He went for a tank.
Are you guys having frame rate issues right now? Because my computer is dying.
No, I'm not.
I'm not.
If your computer's dying, I can start my stream on the ZC.
It'd be a damn travesty if Sofa drops right now.
Yeah, actually, your stream's like frozen, Drac.
I'm
It
sorry.
just froze for. It just froze for. I'm watching the stream.
Why is top right hitting bottom right, like the whole game?
The other options, you know.
Why wouldn't they hit top left?
Hold on. Are you still streaming, Drac? Because I think it's down.
It says I am.
Network error is what I got.
I got network error as well.
Try refreshing the page.
Yeah. Let me just make sure it's working. Continue.
Because it's still saying it's rolling.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I think that was Twitch more than me.
Yeah. Well, someone was saying before that Twitch is losing a lot of money.
They really?
Yeah.
I think
well,
all these
it's
startups,
losing. Yeah.
all these startups lose money. They seem to be just giant
I
sinkholes
would-
for venture capitalists. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
My mind if Twitch is losing money. I'm not saying there aren't overhead costs, but like
Well, I'm
their
just
service
wondering
is
how
servers.
much- Yeah, no, they make awesome like features and stuff, but where's their revenue coming from? I don't
Pulling
even know how
ads?
they make money.
And they get equity off of every sub.
What happens when Twitch gets shut down?
Bezos takes a couple $100 billion and re-ups it. It'll be okay.
Yep. Speaking of
Oh,
that,
did you guys see that?
Lost the
Fred
tank.
lost the tank. I didn't even
Yep.
see it going. Didn't really do any damage to Cyrus at all. Have a look here. Kodo's just about to jump into first place. Combined team score 105,000 versus 90,000. There's a
sorry.
15k. We could see that steamroll there.
Yep, and Fred, I'm sorry, we all did see that, but I am not saving it as a highlight.
Are folks in this bunker? Good night. Here goes the routers for the king.
Kodo has 3 SCVs right now. Cyrus still sitting on. I'd like to see him drop another one. This top side.
I think now Cyrus, Kurdos needs to push his tanks up. They got to be able to understand that they can hold top right, but
Have a look at this.
yep.
There's 6 tanks there from Water Demon. He's sitting on 3 SCVs as well. He's not even
Why
bringing
think
him out
you're
for a
gonna use
defensive
them to
play.
help him out?
Yeah, I think at this point, I would, if I was in Water Demon's position, I would be throwing some tanks around here just to make a defensive barrier. They're going to need it. They're getting overrun here.
Yep, agreed. I think he was saving for end game, but I don't think he realizes how ineffective top right is against Cyrus. And look at this, cutting off. They have no supply going on right now.
Water Demon has 20 supply, like fluctuating about
Your
20
stream isn't
supply.
done, by the way. Okay, I'm still watching it.
Go ahead
Okay.
and refresh the stream.
F private should be good.
Was he saying it was down or up?
No, he said it wasn't down.
Oh.
Because he just stopped it 3 minutes ago where I was probably saying
The
it was
delay.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 tanks for Brown. What in the fox?
Who called that out? Kurdo. Oh yeah, he can see him now. He's moved them all forward. Finally, yeah, but he's only protecting the one layer. I guess there's no need to protect the top layer there because top right's not really attacking.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have full map vision, so they should know that this is really on them. At least they moved up those tanks. Those tanks do have splash. They got 12 plated armor.
Yep, Cyrus's backside there is slowly going to get pushed. He needs to do something about it now. I think the longer he leaves it, the more it's going to impact. This stepping away from middle for a second, except for what GG Man just did then, could have led Water Demon to push down on Kodo and take a tank or two or some of his supply. You know, you don't want to be moving out of position when you're dealing with this amount of supply on either side. There's both teams, all players on both teams have almost over 100 supply. Sofa's the only one who's not on 95 supply at the moment, but you know, there's 400 units running around there.
I just want to acknowledge Cyrus has basically 7k in the bank. He has 2 SCVs. He has bunkers, and that's kind of just killing me. He also should be able to build, and I'm not joking, as many shield towers as it can physically take around that far right bunker, just for the ability to defend when Fred comes down. A lot of times people will start shooting those things rather than the bunker, and the bunker is obviously infinitely more valuable than any of the shield towers.
That's a good point. When you stutter in and there's a shield tower in the way, your lines still hit the shield tower instead of moving forward and attacking a unit. Shield towers are very effective. Cyrus just drops down 2 SCVs.
2 SCVs, okay, cool. There's where the money goes. I still feel like he should merc.
I think dropping a turret line just there so that the units can't run in would allow him to build another 2 supply in that spot where they just got taken. You know, because allowing Fred's units to run in is not good for him, because the splash damage will eventually start hurting them.
That's actually a good point. This is, and Cass, I think you've mentioned this often, so I'm going to steal your thunder here, buddy. What Cyrus, I feel, should do, now that he has so many SCVs, is just start turreting towards top right. You can just throw turrets. As soon as if this tank wasn't up, there'd be nothing there to stop him relative. I mean, his upgrades just crush it. If Fred gets this bunker snipe for free, that would be crazy. Also, it would be by far their highlight. Top right would be so excited.
Well, Cyrus's army just got crippled there from the 6 tanks. There's 3 tanks left from Water Demon there. Cyrus is going to run back.
Kurdo's tanks are wide open.
Yeah, this is going to cost Fred the tank. Is he going to stay and take the bunker, or is he going to lose the tank? He's going to lose the tank. And this is it. Like, when Cyrus does this now, he should, as you said, GGI, is to actually go and push those turrets now.
Those SCVs repairing, actually that bunker could not die.
Right away. He is going to get that rudder bunker, it looks like.
Nice.
Did a good job of keeping both of his tanks alive there as Sofa kind of came down.
So Kodo's got a good hold here. He's got 4 SCVs pinned down. He's got 4 of Water Demon's SCVs pinned down here right now. I would throw 3 more turrets just right behind it just to make sure. Yeah,
this is what Cyrus should be doing at top right.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's deadly to Water Demon. He's missing out on 12,000 worth of SCVs right now because they're getting pinned.
Oh no. No, he moved the tank down and it immediately gets turned. Oh, that's great.
This tank's going to go down. Cyrus pushes in. This is over for them.
Have help from those turrets. Oh, and then he's going to lose all the other tanks on the right. Yeah. Defense 12 armor on the other tanks. Very good. And how annoying would it be?
SCVs get out now. He's got his 4 SCVs out, and he's just dropped another 2.
Tank play by him to move it down to be able to snipe those turrets that Kurdo stormed is very, very good.
Looks
just
like
now focusing top right.
The kill here on top right. It's going right for a bunker snipe. It does go down.
This is going to be pull back. Yeah, he's got to pull back here. He can't leave Kodo too long. They're both Kodo and Water Demon both have 6 SCVs each.
It's a small thing, but I really like spreading out the tanks that Water Demon has just a little bit to increase their surface area. Beyond that, he really should send, if he has any available, an SCV. Just click 3 and then right-click all the tanks. It'll repair as they go along.
Yeah, like this one, down the bottom, there's a lot of injured tanks there.
Yeah, gotta get injured, or repaired. Plus he has 1 shilling in the tank spot.
He also has a tank just sitting there, not doing anything.
That's gotta come up.
Cyrus, I think, is sitting on 4 SCVs, but he's got 10k in the bank, so he can do an SCV push on top right. There is a tank building there, but there's no other tank to help. He needs to push those SCVs to help out, but his units cannot take on Water Demon's turrets at the moment in middle. And here's something interesting. Water Demon's probably not aware of this, but he doesn't have any building regen. His turrets are weak as shit right now because he needs to get some of that regen for his turrets.
Looks like Fred might be able to get this tank. Cyrus definitely distracted up towards the middle.
Oh, it lives. Good move by Cyrus to push the tank forward, but Water Demon's coming to respond in kind by moving his own tank forward. This middle battle is gonna, I think, hurt Cyrus more because the second tank gets pushed in middle by Water Demon. His third tank, I think, is coming in as well. They're taking a strong mid position right now. You can tell they're going to go and try and take the mid bunker. This could be a good time for Cyrus to call out that they're taking mid, because Water Demon's in second place, Cyrus is in first. It's still anyone's game.
Sniped by Kurto. Right. Kurto was able to snipe off a tank there. This is almost a little bit of a good. Now this is the turret play that you want to see from Cyrus. Also, I was going to pose this a minute ago, but it seems a little bit less relevant now. If top right just chills for another 25 minutes. What happens at the end game? Please, Lord Jesus, don't let this happen where we have a replay of last game. This has been another good game, and it's just like it would be a travesty to see the two teams not be able to come to an agreement to be able to take out top right given the circumstances.
Yeah.
But this is great by Cyrus.
Water Demon's protection here. He does have a tank. I don't think that was intentional. I think
Bunker is dead. Cyrus just turreted down a bunker. Where's bunker upgrades? 13 armor, no regen?
0 regen. The regen is killing him right now. Look at this tank.
Cyrus is turning this tank.
Cyrus needs to enclose that tank. He cannot let that unsiege. It's unsieging. It's too late. He could have killed that tank. That would have been a game changer there. Because then they wouldn't have a tank square to build on either. That's the kind of square you want a turret, because you take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunkers if you can square off that entire tank square.
Left needs to, I hate to say this, but cry for help from top right, but not for that. This really looks like bottom right has earned this victory. I don't think there's much question about it. This turret play is great by Cyrus. My God, how many are there?
And all his SCVs, all of Water Demon's SCVs are just insta-spawning dying there. I don't know if you guys were picking that up. Like, Water Demon had a bunch of SCVs, but they were effectively had 0.
They're all dying here. Look at that. And that's just, that's what you want from turrets, because that's instant. 35 on 6 is what, 240, and 270 minerals a second, pretty much. And that's enough for you to throw another turret down per second. Top left leave, this is game. And I just want to say one more time, this is 2 for 2 for me. I guess the outcome of this game with Kurto and Cyrus taking it.
the Australian Miss Cleo? were we getting through a game without me mentioning Miss Cleo? I want to make one quick comment here. I want to say that Water Demon, you played very good. I want to say that the issue that you had here was probably an APM one, where you were just a little bit loose late game. It comes with experience, brother. You did very good this game, though.
Yep, and guys, that's it for game 2. Congratulations to Cyrus the Virus there. A well-deserved win.
Well played.
We will be back for game 3 of the night. Stay tuned.
That was beautiful.
Hopefully we'll see him roll in time for game 3.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Nuke coming down.
This is Water Demon's just on Water Demon. This is his. I think this is his debut league game.
Played last game, so second.
Yeah, well, league night, I should say.
Yep.
Yes, it is. I forgot to this time, so welcome into the game, Noah.
Hello.
What's up, Noah?
I didn't know if I was talking too much or not, because like I'm sort of new to like tournaments and stuff. Like I've played about 6 tournaments, I think, but like I'm not near to this level because CE does not have like this level of good players.
All right, Nuke coming down from Relentless there against Sofa. It's green. I always wanted to say Cyrus like you were.
Like this, I've got my lane dominated. I'm going to pull you money to get your bunk so you can do better against your lane. And that's how the conversation goes. It looks like exactly what's happened there.
Silpha had his SCV in the right position, but he gets sniped, and he is going to get surrounded from Lucera, and he was in the perfect position there to nuke.
Both armies.
Yep. And
there goes
Curto bombs it. Not necessarily needing to repair stuff, as your bunkers aren't going to be destroyed very often. A lot of time you can just disable repair. You just have to be conscious of if it dies, when it respawns, the auto repair re-enables. It would be something you would use infrequently, in my opinion.
I think Go Get It put himself in a bad situation there. He nuked to try to cancel out, Cyrus's bunker, but they weren't able to go anywhere. Now he has no nuke of his own to defend that bunker that he puts down, and it does get canceled out. Since then, I asked him if he could still hear it, and he's not, so I don't hear anything. Unless he's talking about the background noise for all the people dying.
Whose bunker is literally 1 second away from being finished. If you hover over the bunker and then hover over the green bar in the middle, it's 59 out of 60. It ain't going down. Or it's not going to go up, in that sense.
He laid down his nuke on top right response with the turret, but it looks like they were able to hold it off. But now Cyrus is coming back up to try to force his cancel. We got Fred still with his nuke. Will Fred use his nuke within the first 15 minutes of the game? That will be a first. And in Fred's philosophy is usually don't use a nuke to save a bunker in that case. He'd rather take the cancel. So I think GG Man will be forced to cancel this.
That's going to happen.
No, it does not go down. Holy. That was so close to death. But meanwhile, it looks like Zeteo is going to get eliminated from this matchup. Bunker is in the orange. It's now in the red. Zeteo's calling dead. And GG for top left Zeteo. Yeah, I think so. I think what they're counting on is if they can eliminate top left, it's automatically going to force a 4v2 against bottom left. I think that's their plan. Look at how close that bunker was to death, getting pushed back. Otacon and Curto going for the tank snipe. They're going to get the tank!
Huge! It's game changing right there.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Oh, but Cyrus is maybe going to be able to get that bunker up because everyone's pushing towards middle right now.
Great cut there from Otacon and Cyrus. A little bit overextension though, it looks like. Oh my gosh! Like if they get the SCV
going to
snipe.
be able to get the SCV?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Poor
boy.
Cyrus. Looks like both bunks will get canceled.
Over trigger with that Reaper composition he has.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty much all on trigger. I mean, RC is trying to just rebuild, so he's, trying to do what he can.
Yeah, but
If he gets this, he's going to be able to definitely win this game, I believe.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Trigger saved
1,500 points on that bunker left.
Yeah, what are the upgrades?
Upgrades whatsoever, it just melts. They're gonna keep rolling.
They might even get a second one right now.
He dumps 3/3 armor, but it's already
Oh, he's
50% down in health.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh.
So close, so close.
It goes
does go
down.
Wow.
But at what cost though? Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah, they're okay. Well, top left just saved them from utter destruction. All this sniping.
Going for the bunk, and he got it. I actually would not have done that in game, so good shit, dude. Good play.
And I'm surprised. We saw this last game too. Actually, from Oblivion, he got punished with this early supply. That seems to be the thing going on right now. But look, this supply depot is just gonna fall. He ignores the supply. He goes right for the back bunker. He goes right for the back.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh, and RCJH Cyrus is tanking. That's why they're doing it. Look, Fred's going up for the tank snipe right now. Cyrus sees it, gets the first shot off, but it's still going to be enough. They might just trade tanks, though. It is going to be a tank trade automatically. Will they be able to roll through and get Trigger's bunker right after that is the question. They're focusing it down.
Yeah, top right.
Oh, don't run.
Don't run. Finish the bunker. All
It was
right.
over. Okay, get saying. Woo. Yeah, just saying.
Yeah, it's more just it's an all-in strategy, and I think that I think this is where we see Oblivion die. I don't think they're gonna switch on this.
Oh, on another note, I want you guys to notice his turret.
He can
didn't
snipe the
upgrade
tank.
time. He
Snipe
didn't
the
upgrade it.
tank?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he
They
did.
didn't catch it. They didn't see the shift. Oh no, maybe because Fred
Oblivion.
was typing. I have no idea. What a
I'd
great
like-
play.
He needs more turrets. He needs more turrets.
One
Has to
tank
focus
down.
that tank. Oh, he could have focused it.
Yeah, get the tank. Get the tank. He misclicked. He misclicked. Oh my gosh,
Said
Fred's gonna
fucking
get the
and
tank
went for
away.
top left. Oh my goodness! I wonder what their win condition is if they murk top left.
I don't know if he can get this tank still. His guys just do no damage. Tank
Very
says
good.
300, 200, 100.
129.
Oh, he barely goes down.
No.
All right, guys, Draconis back in for Game 3 of the night. Joined with me is Noah again, and Go Get It. How are you guys doing?
Good.
All right, good to hear. So spawning top left. Well, I'm sorry. How about that? Spawning top left, we got Cyrus and Kurto. Top right, we have Sofa and Starduck. Bottom right, we have Cash IR and GG Man, and then bottom left, we have Fred and Relentless.
Yeah, no movement from top right.
There they are.
Okay. No one has attacked anyone. Well, now they have.
Yeah, kind of a slow start there, huh? So we got Cash IR in the lead with 30. They should 4v2 him.
If it was Trigger, they should definitely 4v2 him immediately. Right, everybody nuke him immediately. It's the only way to win.
I see it looks like some people going in for some trades on center, and it looks like, yeah, now we got the first trades going up by Relentless and GG Man. Poor Relentless gets cut there by Cash IR, forces him back. Sofa winning up his lane against Kurto there.
This is a small thing, but Cass, I guess, reset his ELO? Did I miss something? Or maybe got a new computer? Because I think he was over 2K recently, yeah?
I bet you he saves his bank file, backs it up, does a fresh one just for the Pro League games, and then reinstates it. I bet you, because Cash is like super ELO, you know?
Needs the ELO to live.
Yeah.
Definitely peel off and get... Oh, doesn't get the SCV.
Yep.
Oh, he tries. Oh, and he does. Okay, good.
Self in position now with this SCV just in case Cyrus does come back to help out Kurto there again. And this might be it. He does look like he wants to nuke. Sees the size of the army, decides not to. Sofa's just kind of dominating there on Kurto, it seems. I mean, only 150 points now, so it could definitely come up, but playing more on Kurto's side of the map most of that time.
Kurto played really well last game, being able to kind of manage... Well, they got ahead early now. I think about it, they were able to kill bottom left. to be able to springboard forward, and top right was in such a bad spot that they weren't able to 4v2 and kind of stop bottom right's growth. And it ended up working out that Cyrus built a little bit of supply and kind of was able to rush forward the rest of the game. Nuke goes off top left.
Got like a lot of SCVs on bottom left. This is his 7th, 6th? No, like 5. That's his 6th. You got like a lot of SCVs.
That's big. What's that put Cyrus? Yeah, it does put him in the lead. 700 points. Starduck at 600 points right behind him, and then Cash IR with 500 points.
Right now, I'm only spectating Cyrus because he won last game, so I'm just gonna be watching him.
Well, between that network error and a little bit of a delay getting the third game, we did lose a little bit of viewership. We got 9 guys now, down from 20. Hopefully it'll be being pick on back up, but for those that are in here, always like to play the game. Guess what minute mark Fred will use his nuke at. So, let us know.
Was a little early last game, right? Although I kind of didn't have much of a choice, given they were backed up.
Yeah, it was like within 20 minutes last game. It's hilarious how we say that's early for Fred, right? It's like,
I know. Sofa in a very interesting spot if, Starduck being able to kind of stop. Sofa might lose his whole army, but not for nuking. He does bring his SCV-4 just to be able to prevent this. Good slip by Kurto. He doesn't lose too much. That was a worse position than his army loss would reflect. He ended up working out of that not too bad. Also, Starduck helped him out a little bit, being able to push Kurto back.
Yeah, neck and neck. Starduck sitting up there, 830 points, really getting some feed off of Cash there. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier. There was this engagement where Cash had split his units, and Starduck just moved right into the middle of them. It was the whole Zateo, keep the line too thin thing. Nuke does go down from Cash IR against Starduck, pushing up, and it looks like Starduck gets his counter nuke off right as minerals spawn. Cash sees it and is able to pick him up.
Want to nuke me? Huh? I'll nuke you. And they basically trade. Starduck literally got exactly one. He has 0 in the bank. Gets exactly 1,000. He's able to throw down the bunker. Cass sitting there, same premise, was able to throw down a bunker. Those two traditionally, when you throw down a bunk, you're going to sit there and play defensively.
And Sofa dropping a nuke right there, probably just to keep pressure off, so no one spots on Starduck. You know, whenever I nuke, I'm always like 100 short, and it's like the worst 100 for me to ever
Oh, the
get
most
in
boring
my
part of
life.
the game. Yeah. That's definitely, other than what top right went through last game, those are definitely the most boring spots in this game. Getting nuked early and just waiting for your supply to come back from like 2, so where you can actually move out at 20, or being able to like, or being just short and having to sit there waiting for like the map to slowly generate 5 minerals every so often until you get up to 1,000.
Cash IR's bunker in a little bit of trouble. Sofa coming down to assist. Getting this around on GG Man. They are going to get this. Well, I don't know. GG Man has the nuke. He drops it right on the bunker. Like, not even a little bit to the right or below or whatnot. And it looks like Relentless call in for a pause, please. Hopefully it's not too messed up. Well, if you are just joining us on the stream, this is Game 3 of the night, but hold up, we will be opening it up to just about everyone in Game 4, so if you're watching, check us out, www.zcleagues.com. You'll have a link to join the Discord in there. Come on in, get on voice, and maybe you can roll in for Games 4 and 5 of the night.
What is their stream count like, people watching?
I'm sorry, right now, 11.
Nice.
Yeah, we lost some due to that network error, which I think was on Twitch. I don't think it was on us because
that was weird last game.
Yeah, like everyone had to refresh. My stream was still running. The local recordings are doing great. I don't know who my retarded cousin is, but it just got the countdown
He's
done.
talking about me.
Oh, Cass is nice. He wouldn't say stuff like that. Also, he needs to empty his bunker here and move those units forward. Oh, and he does get the bunk down, so he's totally fine. It ends up working out okay.
That was very odd. I thought that bunker was going to go down for sure.
Ooh, red and yellow went straight for a orange, yellow crystal. Like they both went straight dead for it, and red got caught out with his army.
Gets pushed there a little.
Dead for it, like they had like a race. And I think Cyrus bought an extra movement speed trying to get it, and I don't think he got it.
Cyrus needs to pump into these upgrades. He's got like 300, but he's still sitting on 2, 2, 2, and 2. Bump that up, 3 and 3, 3 and 4. That money is just sitting there wasted. He throws down a turret instead. Do you think they're going to get the cancellation off here? They'll definitely get some SCV snipes, but I think this bunker will go up.
Sofa King had enough there. He almost should have turreted. Toplets has committed a fair bit to this with 2 turrets themselves. Slides to the other side right as it starts repairing. A little unlucky. He's calling for and Cass understands. He was calling for him to come up and help, but he's being engaged. Oh, it loosens up, and now he's going to come over and he's going to have to pull Starduck back.
Another turret.
And it does get canceled.
Expensive cancel.
Chop, yeah. Well, they gained a little bit of equity out of the turrets as they made some kills, but he threw basically 500 worth of turrets. He lost the bunk. Actually, they lost equity. Kurdo might have lost a little bit of equity there. Although delaying your team or delaying your opponent has
Definitely something to be said there, right?
no doubt.
Meanwhile, Cyrus trying to come back down now and deny Fred's second bunker here.
Relentless. Oh, he doesn't have to. Good D by Fred. Yeah, and that'll go down eventually. Put down.
Pretty vanilla game so far.
Standard. Put King again, just in a tough spot.
Cyrus and Starduck really heavy
We're
on
so
the
close.
attacks, on their upgrades. You know, I've kind of really grown fond of this upgrade evenly and balanced between armor and attack. But you'll see that they're going like well, Cyrus was 3-7, now he's 5-7. Starduck 4 and 8.
Do you like dumping upgrades at? Do you like getting 2 bunks and then kind of smashing upgrades, or do you look? I mean, obviously some of the time the game has to give you what you can take, right? But on average, do you like smashing upgrades at 2 bunks? Do you like getting a 3rd bunk and then smashing upgrades?
I smash it too.
I'm in the same boat. I'll traditionally get 2, and then I'm just like, okay, attack, defense, regen, attack, defense, regen.
Yeah, I basically look at the 3rd bunker as, okay, resupply is becoming a problem. Let me get a 3rd bunker now. But until then, I mean, a lot of games I'll get to like 8 defense, 9 attack before I even get a 3rd.
With 500 in the bank effectively, feels like he's saving up for another bunk. I don't know what upgrade he could get other than marking a bunker if you're going to sit on that much, especially in the mid game where you want to be able to push your upgrades forward. So
Yeah, GG Man.
probably look for him to slow down a bunker.
Were you saying GG Man or were you saying Cyrus?
Cyrus has 808 in the bank now.
Got it. Yeah, and GG Man's sitting at 1,000 too. He did this last game too, where he delayed putting down that bunker too. He's probably asking his teammate, where
Maybe
should
they
I
might
build?
buy upgrades in the middle of a fight to like surprise.
Could be. Except he's not.
Show towers, sensor towers, and Mert.
He does drop the bunker eventually. He opts for a marine bunker. Yeah, he always holds on to it for a couple minutes after he gets it. Kind of odd. Or maybe a minute, which seems like eternity in zone control time.
Bottom left still has both of their nukes. And here we are, 60 minutes and everybody else has washed it up.
Upgrades for startup 9, 8, 8, 8, 6, and 7. So there's the kind of balance. Maybe a little bit more speed. Speed's one of those underrated upgrades that really can affect a battle, just in terms of your splits, units getting into firing position faster. Like for like, I'm saying like a 50 unit versus a 50 unit. Speed makes a huge difference in the outcome, even on the laning.
But particularly early game, it's one of those things where, funny enough, speed's value shape, I would argue. Like, its value initially starts high. I don't know anybody who doesn't get up to at least 5 speed early game. Then it effectively has less value as the game moves forward. And then towards the end of the game, if you have 20 off speed and somebody else has 10, sniping off a bunk or getting into a better position with, you know, max army, or coming back to prevent a tank getting sniped or something like this, speed ends up having a little bit more value, but stim a lot of the times kind of covers for that. Or if you get the speed upgrade on the Reapers, it allows you to not invest money there.
Kind of like mid-game or whatnot. 13, I don't know why, but 13 speed is like a magical number for me. Probably because I can just feel it, like it's noticeable to me. 11, meh. 10, meh. But 13.
13 is the magic number.
13 is magic number for me.
Used to start early game at 7. Like, I would go up to, like, you know, maybe 2, 3, 2, 1, whatever, and then 7 on speed. That's been reduced to 6, sometimes 5, depending on what the game gives. Feels like I don't need it as much as time has moved forward.
You'd probably be bunkering at like 1,600 points.
Yeah. It would be difficult to not expand if you had to, like, not expand until like 2K, like, you for some reason had a random constraint. Like building the Cyrus here.
Look at this snipe attempt coming on. Going up against Starduck. They're going right for the bunker, it looks like. I don't know if they'll get it. Starduck putting 3 and 3 in the bunker. They do not get it. They try to retreat out. Great feed there for Starduck. Battlestar Galactica references are starting to come out.
She, okay, spoiler alert, she was a Cylon, right? I've only seen a little bit of Battlestar Galactica.
The question in Battlestar Galactica is, who wasn't a Cylon by the end of that darn show?
The main captain guy one, or no?
I can't even remember now. I don't think the main captain was, no.
Basically every other main character
Actually,
was.
wait, he might have been.
Is
there was a huge reveal or something at the end. I'll have to rewatch it. Yeah, man, that series, like, the first few episodes were amazing, but it kind of dived into that whole let's become a teenage drama thing, and I don't know, there was a lot of subplots I didn't like, but the first couple, the mini-series that they had in the beginning to tie it off, and then that whole countdown where they're running like every 90 seconds, that was pure television gold right there. So well done.
That stuff was ultra popular back in the day. Also, totally directly correlates to zone control. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream.
Oh, that was more an after dark conversation, wasn't it?
Oh, there was definitely. It's getting It's past 12 o'clock. It is the next day over on the East Coast here, so it's definitely after dark where I'm at.
All right, it looks like they're saying that you're pulling. So lots of banter going on this game for kind of, how not crazy eventful it is, but calling out scores, we got Starduck at 8,500, Cyrus in second, 7,000, GG Man in third, 6,800, and Kurto 6,600.
Red, Cyrus the Virus is beating Yellow because Yellow he does have mercs which cost more, so Cyrus the Virus is usually winning almost every fight. Like, Fred might, like, pull away and kill more units, but, like, they're not worth as much, so Cyrus is winning almost all the fights.
Cyrus definitely proving me wrong, not needing to merc, or maybe he did it like super late game, but not needing to merc all those bunkers last game and ended up pulling out the win no matter what.
I think it would have helped him, though, still, at that
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Is there a reason he always keeps his Marine and Reaper separate? Like, they're not, like, they're always on the right side or the left side?
Who, Cyrus?
Yeah,
To
like,
be
he
happenstance.
groups them together.
Yeah, I think it's just how he's move clicking them or whatnot, and because he has Reaper speed, they separate out a little bit. But this is a common thing that new players do on accident, where they'll attack into you, and the Reapers get all in the front. So if you're retreating, you just stop, kill all the Reapers, and then keep running.
This is a pretty balanced game from Sofa King up. The score difference is about 1,700. The bottom two are the bottom two by a little bit, but nobody's running away with this yet.
That's why I was wondering why there was so much banter going on. Ooh, Nuke does drop
what a
down
value
from
Nuke.
Relentless. Sofa sitting at 10 and 13, Kurto at 9 and 11, attacking in the shield. Sofa's getting some good feed off of this.
He has way better range than Kurto does. 14 versus 8.
I wonder if Kurto's just frustrated that he's not getting any feed, and that's why he's attacking into him. Whatever advantage he did have him is slowly going away.
Sofa's done a really good job of fighting back from a worse position, score-wise, to make it close. Relentless? Okay, his upgrades are a little bit, just due to his scores, upgrades are a little bit behind. I assume Cass as well, upgrades are too bad.
Look at this forward shield tower going down from Kurto right now, and meanwhile Sofa taking in that third bunker now. Like you said, it's been really well balanced. A little synonymous with not much going on, but look at this forward turret that Kurto drops. And Cyrus is now pushing in. They really want to cancel this bunker. Startup, meanwhile, coming up to try to save it. Looks like they are going to hold that bunker and take out that turret.
Yeah, was that turret meant to be defensive or offensive? It might have just been a bit of a misclick there. I don't know if that was meant to be closer to the bunker that's building, or if he meant to kind of back into it if he felt like he was going to get rushed down there. He was a little bit of a misclick there.
Oh, look at that 200. He got it.
E-money. Scores play out what we've been saying. This is balanced. 4 people basically right at 10k, another 2 at 9k, and then the bottom 2 are kind of chilling.
Help, I'm last. Yeah, poor Cash. We apologize, sir.
Taking a Reaper bunker here. Seems like he's, unless he gets teamed by a bunch of people or has to come over and help Relentless, he should be able to get this down. Relentless's SCV is stuck. It was stuck in Fred's unit. It's a little bit unfortunate how late it gets over there. Throws a turret, that gets killed real fast. His bunker, yeah, his bunker is under duress. Both of his bunkers are under duress.
Yeah, and he had all his army there stuck in there. Most of his army weren't fighting. He needed to upgrade the capacity or redo his split there. That was great for GG Man. Relentless had a natural choke point.
Duck actually ends up saving one of Relentless's bunkers more often than not as he pulls cash back in the middle of that fight.
Ooh, bottom left, he got this. He in the launch. And he finished.
Anybody's going to come for help if they look at the score unless they think a couple of bunkers got killed.
Started calling out GG Man's rods that he was throwing down there. Does anyone respond? Looks like Red might come to the call. Or not.
Alright, so it gets cut off.
And it looks like GG Man will get this Rodder bunker up for free. Pretty cool since you're in first place, right? Oh my god.
Throw the spoils.
Push on Cyrus right now. Curto able to dispel it.
Almost loses a... Starduck almost loses a bunker there, but... Stuff King comes over, able to push that back.
Yeah. He needs to mark it so it will, yep. That's what I thought. He's marking it so it won't die. I'm gonna try to push.
Cyrus losing his supply depot.
Just for the same strategy he had last game. He's murking that front bunker. I don't think he's actually doing it because he wants the benefits. He gets those, obviously. But I think he's doing it for the extra 5k hell.
Yep.
Like, he's murking that intentionally because it's going to take the brunt of the attacks that he's going to come towards his way.
Great push, stutter step forward in by Fred there, saving out Relentless's bunker. And Starduck or Sofa's going to get this Marauder bunker up for free as well. Now it's only bottom left, no Marauder.
Has anybody lost a bunker yet? I'm not saying a cancel, I'm saying built one and then had it destroyed.
I don't think so.
We're 33 minutes in, I don't think they have. The map down the middle, it's almost symmetrical.
Hit T, like T, and you can figure it out.
Score check. Sofa now in first place with 14,000 points. Well, him and Cyrus, I should say. Third place going Curto. Fourth place GG Man. Very close. They keep going up and down the leaderboard just with the trades that they're taking. Oh no! Look at Sofa. Sofa's bunker is in trouble here. Getting pinched from both top and bottom, it does go down.
Too soon, dude. I didn't mean to curse you.
And look at Sofa's response to that. I'm gonna build my tank.
They're actually in a really good spot to be able to tank push. I mean, if it gets called out and everybody comes over, what are you gonna do? But Starduck's so far ahead of Cash that he doesn't really have to worry about instantly running back, assuming it gets kind of clamped down on, assuming they're gonna go over to Curto. Have both teams kind of walk over there, whittle down Curto's army, go down a shield tower, and then bring the tank over.
Curto still doesn't see, has no vision of it. Poor Cyrus, just losing tower after tower over here.
They're also building a tank, about halfway done.
Hey, there it is, yep. Missed it.
Nobody has a supply depot. Has anybody even built one? Oh no, I'm sorry. Cyrus had one, but it got killed.
Oh no, Sofa's tank's in trouble. It gets pushed and surrounded from GG Man. I don't know why he put it there. Here comes up Cash just to seal the tank's fate. What a huge blow for Sofa, losing his Marauder and now his tank.
Oh, and then he's getting smashed on the back end too. He's going to lose another bunker.
Not a good day if your name is Sofa. Starduck, I don't know if that's shade at his ally or what he calls 4v1. Not even 4v2, 4v1.
I'm out here doing all this work. This guy's not even contributing.
Oh no. Sofa lays down his bunker. It could get canceled right away. He does cancel it right away. He gets caught. They can go right on this back bunker, but here comes Starduck to the rescue. Actually, top right is looking in very bad shape. Sofa going for round 2
bunker.
for his tank.
The bunker is chilling. Okay, now he brings the SCV over.
Going on a score check, we got Kurto first place now, 20,000 points, rushes right in for this tank. He's going to force the cancel on it. He does not get the cancel off. Kurto got the kill on that tank.
What happened to his other tank? I was helping my brother out.
Smashed.
Oh man, that is...
So he's lost 3,000.
There was a lot of minerals lost there. That really takes Sofa, even though he's in de facto second place, he's now in the tight knit of this race, he's near last.
I'm calling it top left is gonna win. I just think that they're gonna win.
Top left is looking pretty good. Right here, we got Kurto in first place. Cyrus not that far behind. I mean, it's really only a 5,000 gap at this stage of the game. The only thing is Cyrus has no sniping power. He's getting some opportunities, but with just Marines and maybe that one, Reaper bunker, he's not able to take down stuff that fast. "40 minutes into the game, no elimination, so definitely not the game that we saw last time with the whole team out by what, the 20-minute mark or whatnot?"
Yeah, if it's 4 people, like 2v2, is there a draw at an hour and a half? I mean, we're nowhere there, but okay, so that's the same premise. Fred getting a little bit of double teams. Oh, Cyrus decides to pull back.
If no one dies at the 1 minute, 1 hour, 30 minutes, you guys gonna search it?
Correct.
Yep, exactly right. Although somebody will be out before then, at least one team.
Yeah, Vilma Lich just died.
Will Fred nuke to protect us? And he does.
He does. So Fred
Must have
Nuke
hurt.
going at 41-minute mark. If you were guessing 42-minute, I'd even give you that. It's always around the 42-minute mark. Have you noticed that? 42,
Yeah.
43. That's about the stage of the game where you will be in trouble, I guess, in zone control.
Telling the truth, he did nuke just to save that last bunk. It saved it for a time being. I'm not saying it's...
It seems like no
Comes
one
down.
cares.
Yeah, if Cyrus comes down, they're gonna lose that bunk. Depend on Cyrus there.
Oh, that ain't good for top right. Will they be able to push in and get that tanks around again? That will be round 3 for Sofa. That would be devastating. See, the only problem with defensive tanks like this is that tank does not have splash. I mean, honestly, what's it do other than maybe psychologically hurt your opponent? But if you're Kurto and you're Cyrus, you're like, oh, there's no splash. Who cares about the tank? It's like a
That
turret.
doesn't even matter. Yeah. Especially with such high defense. Left in just a dominating position. I'm not saying it needs to be right now, but we're really close to 62 top left.
13, 18, 16, and 10 for Cyrus's upgrades. Bottom right, GG Man high upgrades too, 18, 17, 13. Cash a little bit lacking.
Will probably survive. Doesn't take any damage. GG Man just landed 2 supply depot upgrades and is building another bunker and still has 1,200 back in the bank. Cass also expanded at the same time.
That's going to put him just basically almost on parity with Kurdo's supply. 5 behind it.
Has not died yet.
Cash moving up a tank here against Relentless. Oh, that's really aggressive. I don't know. This is super aggressive. Cyrus is the one that's going to.
Oh, Cass is building a bunk in the middle of this.
Cyrus tanking on the top, but Cass tanking on the bottom. That will be GG for Relentless right there. Look at this. Here comes the switcheroo. Going right for that Marauder bunker of Kurdos. Orange, red, and it does go down. They actually have credible supply still. They can keep rolling. Cyrus's tank is in trouble. If they just push forward, they can hit that tank. Looks like they're going to do that.
On the armor. Dead.
Dead. Kurdo a little bit late to the party, but Kurdo having to deal with his own stuff. Kurdo might lose his bunker still over here. What a huge, devastating play for top left there.
It ended up not being all at once, but got 4v2'd there. Tank, lost the bunk. Go down the leaderboard.
Wow. You know, not much action going on in the first 40 minutes. That was probably the most right there in that 30 seconds.
A little bit of a clip, yeah.
GG Man just ran up his army into them and then...
And now they're coming for Fred's tank. Cyrus coming in. Cyrus might actually prevent that from going down. No, Cyrus going for the snipe. I didn't see who got it. Cyrus sitting on a lot of minerals. Cash is not, so it's not him. It was either him or GG Man. They're both sitting on massive amounts of minerals.
Yeah. It has a bunk that's half built. Where's it? Okay, now as SCV comes over. Should be noted that Kurdo has effectively and has for a while been holding off top right by himself.
Yes.
It's just a tough spot.
Like, dude, I want to go to bed because I'm tired, but like, I want to see who wins.
Game won't let you go, dude. It's never gonna let you go.
It will definitely never let you go. And there's another match if you actually want to play on the next one. That's open to all players.
I'm pretty sure my parents would get mad if I stayed up too long. I'm gonna text my dad and see if he's okay with it. If he does, I'll play.
That's cool, he'll let you do it.
And if he doesn't, it's because he loves you.
So you're saying if he does let me do what I want, he doesn't want?
Nope, didn't say that at all. It just means he's a cool dad. Tank goes down from Fred. Cyrus trying to cut and delay a little bit here. Kurdo getting the 2v1 there at the top as well. I don't know.
Bottom right, slowly steamrolling here.
Yeah. And GG Man, I mean, Kurdo's in first, but Kurdo lost a lot there. I would say Cash is definitely way behind.
If not for Cyrus cutting this, and Fred still may die, that tank is going to kill this bunker off in another couple of shots. It's going to leave Fred on one bunker. And Kurdo's stuck balancing top right. I don't think Cyrus has enough to cut this off, and yeah, Fred is going to go ahead and go down here. He had 2 SCVs, actually. Didn't realize he called in a second SCV.
Good
Could
game,
snipe the
Fred.
bunk.
Well played. Or not.
Okay, I was just saying, move the tank and you're good. Yeah, it's definitely gonna go down here, I think. Got about... So the SUV's there. Did it.
All right.
Fred.
Good game, Fred. Well played, sir. Curto now realizing that they're in a...
The top right's kind of put them in a bad spot.
Yep. Because it looks like Starduck is not set on switching. They're looking at just scoreboard. I think bottom right now looks a little scary in just in terms of the momentum. Cash is just a meat shield, but hey, GG Man is making some progress here. Well, I don't know. Cash's meat shield is 15 armor, 20 attack. That's pretty good.
His attack can definitely do damage. Top right, if they scouted bottom right, would understand that they have to switch. They have to switch if they want to have a chance, because bottom right would roll over top right. One tank, two tanks, no splash. Off. Particular GG Man, who now is building a tank of his own.
And that bunker does go down with Cyrus. Starduck pausing, thinking about switching, but he doesn't. He goes back right in for Curto.
Guys, I only have like 20 something minutes left until I go to bed.
You'll see the end of this game. The game time is like quicker than real time, so you'll be good, buddy.
Yep.
I have 25 minutes, exact 25 minutes.
Alright.
You're good.
I was trying to see if I could play a game tonight, but I can't.
Maybe next week.
So,
Till you get to college, you'll make your own rules there.
you guys were like telling everybody to click the button or whatever. What's the problem with that? Like, why are they first priority?
So, for those that are joining into the stream, you're new, like Noah or whatnot, we have different, I guess what you would call leagues. So what we're casting right now are the professional leagues. It's by invitation and whatnot. So if you're not a member in that league, the bot won't let you enter into the check-in queue. However, after dark, we open it up to everyone. We try to look for up-and-coming players. Even if you're not in a league, it's worth joining the Discord. We roll a lot of coaching sessions. Oblivion rolls those coaching sessions every Tuesday where they will come into a map, they will set up specific situations, and you get to play out that situation and really learn overall micro ability, map awareness, late game tactics, and just basically map strategy. There's a lot of people that aren't good microers, but they do very well in this game because they understand the dynamics of the game. And that's what Oblivion is looking to teach these guys on Tuesday. So definitely join us in on those games. What do you think? Do you think top right finally got the memo?
You have to know to switch. They should be able to see the units streaming across the map, and for a while.
Yeah, look.
Or like does want to scout. Yes, they have to know.
Right
and there
now.
are two tanks. Oh, and he sees all the tanks.
Alright, and it looks like the switch is happening. Are they moving out of the sensor tower? They do move out of the sensor tower. They're going to set up for a snipe. And here they go. Cash should have seen this coming. Oh, what are they doing? They're going right for the tank.
Ed!
Oh.
Great snipe.
Yeah, but now they're open to counter sniping real bad. And they get away with it for free.
There's 808 in the bank. They're communicating top right should probably dump into Cyrus, at least get him over 1,000, get another bunker down. Basically doesn't need upgrades at this point, gotta get more units. Everybody's poor. How much does GG-Man have? Yeah, nobody's got enough one-off to build a bunk even.
We're 3 minutes away from the 30-minute warning. I wonder if that will get to resolve a little bit for it. Bunker does go down from Cash.
Snipe. Yeah, basically. Best infrastructure. Curto comes is going to be really, really tough to vehicle off with all the tanks with splash plus the extra SCVs. Really protecting his right side.
The best infrastructure.
I said Kuro, I didn't mean a GG Man, I'm so sorry. Kuro has the best defensive, yeah.
GG Man just melted Cyrus's army with the supply.
Do you think GG Man is gonna win?
It looks pretty favored bottom right at this moment. Those tanks do have splash.
Why does everyone build tanks but don't use them?
They're afraid of getting caught out of position, more than likely. Here with GG Man, he was trying to really hide them. I don't know if those got called out or if it was only caches, but yeah, at this point he probably could take them out. But where do you push? If you push top right, top left will come down and hit your side.
Tank doesn't have splash, man, but he just has the money to build it, or doesn't have the money to buy it.
Dude, the 30-minute warning, that's good. I believe it 120. Wait, how fast is the game time?
I think faster than real seconds, I just don't know how much faster.
It's like by 1.001 or something.
Oh, it's a little bit faster than that. Nothing too crazy though.
Here comes those tanks up from GG Man. Or not. Or maybe.
Hit the wrong, unfortunately, the wrong time.
Or maybe. And he's Arcalite.
The indecision is. I'm gonna finish the joke. The indecision is like my ex-girlfriend. I mean, come on, make a choice here, buddy.
Make a decision.
Make up your mind.
He just has no idea what to do with those tanks.
He really is. Maybe he's intentionally doing this. Maybe he's attack move. Okay, now he's him up. I was thinking maybe he's attack moving him.
And he's got splash now. I don't know if he had it before. I couldn't tell with him unsieged or whatnot.
Good thought by Sofa to pull to the back flank and lose his army, but it's okay. He's fine like this.
If he would have moved like one unit up, both of this, so he's going to shot that one unit, and then would have did massive damage to that bug.
It looks like everyone's gonna really commit here on bottom right here.
So you said you guys will be on tomorrow, like in like 24 hours or like 26 hours?
Yep, we're on every day. Maybe
day?
not streaming pro matches every day, but you can always come in, check out the Discord, and there's generally people to play up with or coach or whatnot.
You can definitely find games almost 24/7. Those of us in the Discord.
All these guys? Like at least one of these guys?
Yeah, somebody's hanging around.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, there was like, it looked like 25, 30 people on yesterday, just rolling random games, private lobbies. So the zone control community, if you're not in the Discord, you don't even notice them because they're private lobbies, but these are really good games.
Like these are more than pub lobbies, these are actually good games. Like really good games.
I can only think of like, of the games that I've seen, of course, only like one or two where I was just like, man, this wasn't a particularly good game. Almost every game, at least, I mean, they're boring, like standard games. No one likes to see standard games, but a lot of these games end up being, they have a lot of differentiation where they have spots that are, and call it correct, or you can make an opposite decision and then also call it correct. If you're in the Discord and you listen after the game, there's usually
a lot of analysis. It's the best way to
game
put it.
Game one was somewhat like that tonight.
Yep.
A little bit of adult language, but you know, I'm fine with that. But yeah, it's one of those things probably not best for the
PG-13.
no doubt.
Just wait till after dark.
Nobody has to care. Woo!
Why do you keep saying wait till after dark?
That's our next segment, where all the kids go to bed. No offense. And we become a little bit more colorful with our commentary choices. I still want to try to convince someone to do a one bunk take push. I was trying to do it last week, but
Oh, the one bunker challenge?
it would be great. I want to see it.
Wait, how would that work? You only build tanks?
So one bunker merked with a tank, and you push it to great victory.
Like early game?
Lots of banter going on in the game right now. Some of the pub level politicking.
Says he
I don't
doesn't
really
mean
understand
it.
politicking in pro lobbies, though. A lot of people kind of know what they want to do. It might cause a delay, but it's not really going to get them to really change their mind. Sometimes delays are helpful. Now, I'm not sure what that push was from Starduck. It looked like they fed into him quite heavily there.
How long do you think it would take to get to this level?
It depends on the player. We have some people that,
Yeah.
you know, really come in real fast. It took me a long time. I'm a slow learner, so I've played for a few years now. And there's still people way better than me. It just depends on the player.
Yeah, whenever the first time Puck played this, I mean, I was the first time I played this. Like, his level of mastery was always going to be than your average player.
So, like,
Oh.
how do you guys think I should get better? Like, I'm amazing at, like, micro and early game, but, like, I don't understand late game yet. I understand mid game, like, a good bit of it, but not as much as late game.
Well, I
Like,
think
pub lobbies, you never get to late game.
I think you're doing the first step right now. You're watching the stream. There's a bunch of prior streams you can watch on our YouTube channel. Coming on in here and just playing with lobbies. There's a channel for replay analysis where you can say, hey, look at my game and tell me what I could have done better. And people will look at it and give you feedback. With that said, you have to be willing to accept the feedback. But there's lots of ways to improve your play here in this community.
It's definitely meant to be good-natured if someone offers a critique. There are unique spots where it isn't, but that's usually for personal reasons, not because someone volunteers a replay to be able to look over.
Arc-a-light cannon
Is this
going
tank
on
moving?
for GG, man. Those tanks are
Oh,
caught
he
out of
moved both
position.
of them. Like this. Here goes
And
one.
goes down.
Scoot one of the out of the way, at least. It's for 2 bunks, saying he has 1 bunk.
Look at
Sounds
Jill,
about right.
Jill.
Well, now he's only got 1 bunk.
GG. Not GG for Cash. He does have. You're right. And they're going right for it. They want to eliminate.
Iris?
And he's gone.
If Cass stays in the game and GG Man gives him control, can he control the tanks at this point?
Yep. Hopefully. I think that will be an upgrade at this point. What is going on with this Arc-a-light cannoning stuff? Good job moderating yourself, Cash.
Oh, top right has way better infrastructure than top left. There's probably too many ways in there, but they're better off. And if GG Man ends up falling here, let me rephrase this after I look at all these tanks.
Yeah, I don't know.
there's
Let's see,
a
top right
chance
has
that they
3.
just can't push.
It looks like they're.
Man
just
should
going to
die.
set
Oh
up.
no. Oh no.
4,800
and like 6 SCVs.
And they switched with 1 bunker on 15 minutes.
How many times have I seen this?
If this becomes a jaw, I'm just gonna raid.
Kurdo needs to move. Well, I think he should engage further back to where the tanks matter. God, that's a big line of tanks. Yeah, if you get those. Oh, and then Sofa King needs to repair his tanks, but he's going to be able to snipe this bunk, but not for.
Look at bottom
like
right
3.
now. Look at bottoms just.
Oh
they
my
said
gosh!
Rome
Instantly.
wasn't built in a day, but Rome also didn't have, that many SCVs as he does.
Almost
6
like building
SCVs.
all the way along the bottom just to be able to be out of the shield tower.
6.
Shield tower, synth tower.
See, I don't get this though. Why whittle them down to one bunker just to switch? I mean, at that point, you're kind of taking your chances.
First
But
has
he needs more
a big
money.
army.
That's all they can do.
100 chilling beside Cyrus bunkers. First just went from 11 speed to 20 to 16. That's where all his money just went.
Tank push coming up on Kurdo to snipe these tanks from Sofa. I don't think Sofa sees it. They get the... Are they in range? Oh no, are they not in range? They're not
I don't
in
think so.
range.
Turret makes it. Did the vision. Oh my god, Sofa.
Oh, Sofa!
There goes
Sofa!
2. The third one, I don't know if the third one's in range.
It looks like not.
Just even pulls over. Starduck also sends some units. Very
it
good.
might go into range. Oh no!
Oh,
It does go
it
down.
goes down. Great shit, Kurdo. He traded 3 tanks for a little bit of army and then immediately calls an SCV behind it. It's going to put top right in a way worse position they would have been. I was actually going to say, oh, GG Man should probably scout a little bit and hit top right. Debatable after that trade.
Poor GG man. He's stuck in that position. He has so many SCVs, but no money.
Comes Kurdo's tanks. And now this puts Sofa King behind the bullet. On GG Man.
He just got like 4 like mineral crystals.
They were all just kind of hanging out back there.
Yeah. Good cash, doing his job, pinging the map. Oh,
GG
no.
Man needs to, yeah, definitely needs to go ahead and attack.
Yeah,
Just, yep,
Cash
roll
needs to
below
tell
the
him
shield
to
tower,
go
sure.
now.
Yep, it's got to go now. Go now. Bring the SCVs. You have 1,000 in the bank. You're gonna get a bunker because Cyrus is engaged. Well, Cyrus has crazy bunker upgrades. Cyrus refuses to back off.
Takes him forever to kill.
He's gonna lose 1. Goes down.
Just wanted to make
Gives
sure.
GG Man enough to build another bunker.
Smart play by Cyrus, though. He knows that bunker's already gone. Might as well protect the tanks. Keep the momentum going. Sofa getting caught way out with his tanks up in front there. He's going to lose all 3 of them.
Job by Starduck getting over and being able to snipe those tanks. Even if they lose a bunker, those 3 tanks are certainly more valuable than any one bunker at this point. Also, Sofa should fill as best he can. Both throwing turrets left and right. And sitting on 1,800? Could build a fair bit of supply. I mean, these upgrades are effectively capped. Could build another bunker and a couple things of supply. I wonder where Cass is kind of... And Cass is too good not to. I just wonder what their discussion is right now. Turret war at the top middle here.
Is there
Next.
any way GG Man can come back in this?
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing that's really hurting him is the no money part.
Get in the middle and bang around a little bit, just try to build up some value.
He has 6 SUVs. That's pretty good.
Turk just has a couple of extra bunks and a little bit more, well, a fair bit more supply than Cyrus. Otherwise, their armies would trade effectively evenly. King has a slight edge. I don't know, they're both on 3 bunks. Other than being defender's advantage and having a bunker full, trade evenly for the foreseeable
He
future.
might make a move. He looks like he is.
Shape of an S right in the middle of the minimap, the way the armies are spread out.
Oh, he's going in.
But with 3K in the bank, maybe looking to land another SCV? Is like crazy. If it comes over to defend against the GG Man push, definitely correct. Well, Cyrus taking mid with 4 tanks right there. Oh, the bunker gets sniped, and it does not get canceled. Cyrus loses 1,000 and throws 500 over to Starduck. Turrets.
Hey, where did all GG
1200.
I know, but he used to have like a lot more, like 18, 19. I think he spent it on speed.
He's trying to retake middle again. No, taking middle is never bad, of course, if you can get it because units are so good, but it might draw unwanted attention.
I think they had that unwanted attention anyway. And the only saving grace they do have is how poor GG Man is.
Can I call the 10-minute warning?
Dude.
Can I?
Wish GG Man would kind of go up in the middle and just, you know, the units are so valuable at this point because everything's merged, so you get 100 or 200 every time you trip up there. Cash Chain roll around the left and hit Cyrus.
Is
You
Cash
believe.
or whatever else still allowed to do stuff like pings?
They're in together in Discord, so their communication is open. He just can't talk publicly, so that, think of it like, well, I mean, not use this example, but if you this example, but it might not make sense. Effectively, he can't give any non-public information to the public, so he can tell it to his teammate to the rest of the game.
Because I don't want to like everyone get mad at me because of me doing something wrong in the future.
If you're dead, effectively don't talk. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and once you get into the leagues, well, you can look at a rules section on Discord, but we would make sure that you know.
So just don't say anything.
Well, this becomes interesting. Kurto's doing a really good job of holding Sofa King back. This will end up in a draw here in a little bit, so they have to make a mindful decision on whether they want to attack to eliminate him from the game, or if they want to keep trading back and forth and play towards a draw.
And if you're Cyrus, once you see how well Kurto is holding, say, okay, let me go kill GG Man at least.
The preemptive defensive turrets. A whole ton of turrets by Starduck thrown in defensive. And throwing a bundle of his too. Starduck's gonna move in, gonna get his army washed up, too many tanks, too much splash. At the same time from the other side, no real effect. Cyrus immediately repairs Kurto's tank with his 3 SCVs. Definitely a good call. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. That's just what it feels like right now. Is there a little bit of back and forth? Nobody wants to kill GG Man. You allow the game to be settled on 2 teams. I get the trepidation to run down there and try and kill him because it leaves you open. And if you get sniped while that happens, you lose.
Just saying, he was on one bunker at one point with like 20 minutes to go.
Stuck with a ton of SCVs. Hold on, another. Needs another tank. Defensively, I think, to hold this long term.
Startup supply is just pretty big.
Some tanks are gonna go down.
Look, he's trying
2
to
tanks. 6k, 5k. That's gonna survive. SCV should come right over to it. Good job. All the SCVs came right over to it. They went from 5k to 10k instantly. How does this not end in a draw?
I think that's a great proposition for even top right.
Probably doesn't die. You should come over. Somebody bought a nuke and just used it. Kurto's going to loot? No. Tank, that should actually have washed top right supply. Cass has to communicate this. Up and fight Cyrus immediately. They're going to be pushed back a little bit. Kurto should move. How many tanks does he have? 2? He's only got 2. It's tough to not leave. GG Man's coming, and he probably should be. Oh no, I'm sorry, he has 3. So he leaves 1 behind, 1 in the middle. Defensive positioning here. Man, the nuke saved that for a little bit. They weren't able to turn anything around from it. Starduck's got a ton of supply. Oh god, I was going to complain about this earlier, but how does this game not end in a draw? At this point, I just don't see it. Starduck says, "The hell with you! I'm gonna go and snipe this tank," and he gets it. Well played. It's fly. This is so GG Man's been harassing. Yeah, God, what? Does GG Man just play for a draw? And if he does, he's got to go attack Starduck. Like, he has to. Cass sees the entire map. He knows that Starduck is going to overrun this eventually, and that Sofa King has been throwing turrets and slowly working forward. Out and just say, "Hey, I'll take the draw, no big deal." But for the not draw, you got to attack. You're gonna attempt to come back and win. Yeah, you attack top left.
2 minutes. Unless something crazy happens, I don't think they can get wiped in 2 minutes. They could all reverse on GG Man though and wipe them out in 2 minutes.
That's possible. I think this is a draw play, and it's not terribly incorrect. I don't see a path towards victory for, but doing nothing and filling your bunkers is just like, you know what? We're down early. I'm gonna take the draw. 9,000 in the bank. Extra SCVs.
Yeah, they're not gonna end.
This is a tough one. Tough one to dodge the draw. I'm not gonna worst result, but worst draws aren't particularly sexy. Everybody.
Money Starduck has, yes,
A ton.
And it's over with the draw. They could have won this if they had it.
I think Kurto played really, really good. I think Sofa King, given his early positioning, played really, really good. Also, his speed right now is 7. So that was probably optimal not to up that, given he was on back foot for the majority of the game.
And it is my bedtime. It's 12 o'clock. Perfect time.
Look at that, it worked out.
Alright
Draws
guys,
and a
that's going to
quickie.
be it for Game 3. I'm concluding what our league matches will be for tonight, but stay tuned. We're going to roll in with some what we go get in, I kind of call Zone Control After Dark, coming up shortly. Any last words about the game there, Go Get It, or Noah?
I just thought
Draws.
it was a
Exhilarating.
Alright guys, we'll catch you in just a second. Stay tuned.